All right, everything's looking good. Hold on. Hello,
Ahoy.
it is you again. Hello, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing all right, man.
Awesome. Also just one more thing. Does my stream look okay?
Let me check.
Because like I've been messing around with some colors and stuff like that, and it looks like I don't know.
Test
Where's
one, two. Test one, two.
it should be fine.
Seems okay. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. Looks
we're
good.
gonna go with that.
So Super Metroid, huh? You've been
Yes.
practicing some tricks. I take it.
Yes.
Nice.
Um Yeah. Also, I noticed last time I watched the feedback of the stream for the Majora's Mask randomizer, and I guess I dropped a couple frames towards the end there, but it might have been due to just strain or something like that. I don't know. But it
Hmm.
wasn't unwatchable by any means.
I didn't catch anything like that on my end, so. Because
Okay. Well.
I usually have both the stream and the Discord open.
Oh, okay.
So.
Well, I don't know what's
Hmm.
been going on then. Anyway, yeah, I have been practicing Super Metroid in my own time, and I want to kind of like practice. It's not like I don't have like any like splits or like any kind of like personal best or anything. Like I'd like to have that at some point, but for now, I think it's better to get consistently good at doing it before I start doing actual runs.
Yeah, makes sense.
But it's like I don't even think I'm gonna learn every speedrunning trick either of this game because some of them are way too hard. Like I thought Machball was hard, but
Hmm.
I still did it. But anyway, we're gonna start at the ship. I'll skip the intro sequence there. I have a save state. I will try not to use save states, but I will in case I need to practice something.
Oh, that makes sense.
So anyway, we're gonna.
I haven't played Super Metroid in a while, man. I think I mentioned it the other day, but I think the last time I really sat down and played Super Metroid was like what had to have been like at least sheesh, it was like shortly after like the first Wii mods came out, you know what I mean? Like
Yo,
the
yeah.
like shortly after Twilight Hack, right?
Mhm.
So that was what 2010, 2009, something like
Something
that.
like that.
So it was probably like 2010. So that wow, we're talking like 12 years ago now. Jeez. I mean, I think I may have opened it once or twice on NSO just for like platinum coins or whatever. When they do
Yeah.
the coins for the profile icons, but
On the feed on either stream or whatever, do you notice like the lights getting brighter and darker as I jump and move around? Like the light on the screen? Because I've noticed that in some preview windows, and I don't know if it doesn't appear on my TV that I'm actually playing this game on, but maybe it's just the way the pixels are or something.
the lights as in like the Christmas lights.
No, just like the game brightness.
Oh, I don't see anything obvious
Nope. Okay.
at the moment. It could just be an effect of video encoding, like just being
Possibly.
weird. Yeah. Everything these days uses
This is the hardware.
uh well everything like every all these like websites are still behind the times when it comes to like what encoding format everything should be using.
Yeah.
Everything's still using H.264 or AVC as it's
Yeah.
known.
Well, I mean, H.264 is
Um
just good
it
for that.
it functions. It functions for sure. It's really cross-platform compatible, but like eventually things are going to have to move towards HEVC or AV3 or whatever the new one is,
Yeah.
because these things are it's just it doesn't work it does it's just not as good of an encoder as the newer stuff, you know.
Yeah.
It would handle issues like that much better, especially AVC or especially the AV3 stuff, the new stuff.
Oh
I hear
yeah.
that that's got really good color encoding.
That's good.
uh,
You know, like I'm like the worst person. I hate being like semi-color blind, at least to me, to render or not to just look at things and make sure it's okay. You know, afterwards to
Yeah, I
go through it
understand.
and stuff like that. It's really hard to determine that. It's like I can't tell what's good or not.
Right.
All right, so just going through here. There's nothing too big. Yeah, it's just getting up the tower or getting up the the old escape route here. Usually I just wall jump up there and shoot whatever I need to shoot. Wall jumps have been pretty easy for me. So I know a lot of people probably won't like this, or at least some purists. But I think it's easier to do wall jumps with the analog stick instead of the D-pad.
I probably agree. Honestly, a lot of 2D games play pretty good with an analog stick.
But I would
Part
say
of it also,
as soon as I say that,
part of it,
I fuck up the wall
yeah.
jump.
I think part of it's just that like a lot of the Switch controllers have crappy D-pads.
Yeah, well, I like the Pro Controller one. It's fine. It's just that
I think
I feel like when
the
it comes, it feels like it's easier to go left to right without accidentally hitting up on the D-pad with the analog stick.
Yeah, I agree. I also think that, I mean, that's kind of the biggest problem. It's weird. They got it perfect with the Wii U gamepad. I don't know why they
Yeah.
changed it again. Like, why did they change the design? They should have just stuck with that, you know?
Also, could you do me a favor? Because because of the few runs I've been doing, I've been like short like 2 or 3 missile packs. So can you open up like a guide that tells you where all the missiles are, just in case I might miss one?
I can pull it up, sure.
Yeah, because like I'm pretty good at getting all the items. It's just that there's some things that might escape my mind. I've tried the route pretty well. At least getting items I know I can get right away. But I might miss like 1 or 2 here and there. It's a trap. Oh no, I wasted 2 missiles. Shit. Wah, 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 wah. This game's brutal for 1994. Like, this game is just like almost as brutal as Doom was in terms of like graphic violence. Almost, well, not as bad, but it's just like that guy's head blew off, and you can see his like heart blow up too. And and you don't even have to mention Crocomire later on. That was pretty hardcore back in the day.
I think this would be the page you're looking for.
Oh yeah.
List of missiles.
Yeah. Just have it open on the side just in case. Also, I've tried to practice. Have you ever seen the Alcatraz trick? Almost did it there. Shit. So it's basically a way to get up into this morph ball hole that you drop down into.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't do it. It's like literally frame perfect. Oh, I almost did it, honestly.
Not
But
bad. You're pretty close.
Yeah, I'm not gonna waste too much time on it, but it's. Yeah, it is a frame perfect trick. So.
It also seems to require a lot of general precision as well.
Yes. There's ways to line it up, at least, so.
And it doesn't seem to save a whole lot of time. It seems more like one of those swag strat things.
It's both, honestly. It saves some time, but not enough. It doesn't really matter in the long run.
I mean, I would imagine by now this game is like very, very optimized.
Oh, it is. It's down to seconds, frames, what have you.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at the speedruns yet. For 100% anyway.
Metroid has always been one of those series that gets lots of speedrunners interested because it's like, how much can you skip? How much can you strategize? How much can you get early, etc.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool that in Metroid Dread they capitalize on that by designing the game with the intent with it seems
there's a lot of skips to do.
Yeah, there's a lot of skips, but also it sounds to me like the developers went out of their way to make sure that if people did crazy shit that they couldn't possibly predict, that
they kind of proof the
crumble.
game.
Yeah, the game doesn't like crumble under the pressure of like flags being done out of order or whatever. They
this is the map
definitely went out of
station.
their way to make sure that was a thing.
Yeah, I think this is a map station. Yeah, shit. I don't really need the map.
Because in a game like Super Metroid, the game wasn't really designed in a way that was like linear in any real fashion, aside from like.
And the game's pretty linear, honestly. It's just like. It's just guiding.
Well, they intend for you to do things in a certain order, but because the game isn't like. The game isn't like it's sufficiently complex enough that it's like, yeah, well, this cutscene happens here, this thing happens then.
Yeah.
etc. There's nothing like that in Super Metroid. It's just like, ah, yeah, you enter this room. This is where the cutscene happens. That's it, right?
Yeah.
But Metroid Dread has like those like one-time events, right? Like you go to
Yeah.
one area and then the other area freezes over, right?
Right.
It's like,
Exactly.
yeah, there's a whole bunch of things like that, but it seems to me that they explicitly went out of their way to design Dread to handle those sorts of situations.
And they did.
If
Yeah.
you do them out of order, which is not something that the developers of Super Metroid had to do,
Yeah.
right? So it's just impressive to see because it's like that means that somebody was like, we know that the people are going to break this game, right?
Yeah.
So let's
Oh
make sure
yeah.
when they break it, it doesn't break too hard.
I'm sure they said. I'm pretty sure they even looked at the way people might have tried to break Samus Returns, their last game that they did. Probably went off of that too. I'm sure there's some skips you can do in Returns with like not as much as Dread, obviously.
Samus Returns is one of those. Samus Returns is really good. I just wish that it had a Switch port.
Yeah.
Because it's just like so hard to play on the 3DS.
All right. Here's first Machball. Let's see if I can do it. No, I didn't do it the first time there. I messed up, but it's okay. We're just practicing. Also, I got hit up. Dick. All right.
Completely unrelated. I was
Nope.
listening to the Doom Eternal soundtrack.
Oh, nice. The very controversial soundtrack I hear.
Well, the soundtrack that's controversial. It's mostly just.
I mean, not by the sound quality, but just the history of the way it was made.
There's also just like there's a whole lot going on with that thing. I don't even know how to talk about that.
I almost had it.
I feel for Mick Gordon though, and I also feel for all the fans because like Mick's music is so good. No Doom game is ever going to be as good again without Mick's music. Like
I got Machball.
They need to figure out they really just need to like fire the guy who got Mick who like pissed off Mick so bad and just get him back because people
I think he cares about doing Doom music. It's just that
right. They need to like detoxify the situation in whatever way is possible because he's one of the most central. He's like an essential talent to Doom.
Yeah.
Like I don't see anybody talking about the ancient gods like at all. Like the DLC for Eternal.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's good because it's not just Mick that made that game good. Like there was a lot.
Oh yeah, obviously there's more people working on the soundtrack than him.
Well, it's not even just like the game is also really good, but I feel like it's actually going to harm the people who make the game. Because people are like, yeah, well, I'm not gonna buy id products anymore because they treated Mick like shit, right? It's gonna hurt them a little, right?
Yeah. I got the Machball there, so that's a success. I don't think there's any missiles this way. Because I'm trying to remember, because last time I missed only one missile pack. No, that might have been here. There might have been a missile pack here.
You're in Brinstar, right?
I'm in Brinstar, yeah. No, there's one definitely here that I missed. Yeah. Oh, no, that's the map station. Shit.
Well, if you want to pull up the page I sent you, it shows the rooms where the missiles are in, and then also you can see the map, obviously, a little bit.
Yeah. I think I'm good. I'll pull it up at like the very end where I need to backtrack, but usually I can get all of them as I go.
Right.
And get some a lot earlier than intended too, to help out with getting others without having to not revisit areas like Norfair.
I would try to tell you if you missed something or something, but the problem is that I don't really know the routing, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
There's not much I can really do aside from refer to the speedrun page.
That's fine. I mean, again, this is not a legit speedrun by any means. And here I think is a missile refill station. Through here. Yeah, that's definitely there. So I wonder if Vampire Survivors is gonna get a Switch port at some point. I would hope it would. I mean, it feels like a kind of game for that.
It would be nice. I think the problem mainly right now that's preventing it is that the game is like I believe the game is like coded in an Electron like WebGL thing.
Oh, so it's that you have to really re-optimize it for a Switch.
Pretty much, you'd have to just like recompile
it.
I think the game needs to be rewritten from scratch, probably. But
Oh,
I
damn.
don't. Plus, I think the only reason it's on Xbox is because Xbox is like fine with using WebGL for games,
Well,
probably.
yeah, they like run the internet.
Right. So I guess they don't really care. Well,
Alright, I'm
also
just getting some
Microsoft
energy.
just seems to generally be kind of cool about like letting developers do whatever because they're kind of just happy anybody's trying to do anything with an
Yeah.
Xbox at all.
Yeah.
Xbox is just such a dead brand, so it's just like, oh, well, all right, yeah, cool, do whatever you want.
I love getting this missile early with wall jump. That's like the staple. Like you can break this game with wall jump tutorial.
And
Get rid
then
of this asshole. Maybe
yeah,
just
the
do that
DLC
room.
for it, I mentioned it already, but I really need to sit down and play that. But I've just been so into No Man's Sky, I haven't really had a
Yeah.
chance. I'm probably just gonna finish the story for No Man's Sky and then take a break and play Vampires at some point.
Oh
What's
shit, I
really
need it.
funny is it's called Vampire Survivors, but there's no vampires in the whole game.
I'm sure that was the point of it, or like the
Yep.
namesake. All right, open that up. Walk back over here. Super missile and boom. There we go. And this is how you skip spore spawn, by the way. The first boss. I'm gonna go backwards through the super missile place. Because this is where you normally get the super missiles first, but since we use Machball, we got super missiles early. You can go through here. So you can skip an entire boss this way.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
The only bosses you can't skip are the ones that that are needed to get to Torian, which are like the 4 main ones.
Right.
Now, I'd say coming up in Lower Brinstar, or Red Brinstar as people call it, the Red Tower thing to get power bombs early, that's a bit harder to do for me. I'm not too familiar. I'd done it last time I played it. It just it took a lot of tries to do, but you want to get it consistently down, and it's all about timing and enemy movement and stuff, because I'll show you when we get to it, obviously.
Makes sense.
Charge beam there. There's another item there, but we need power bomb to get it, so we'll have to come back to this place later.
For me, Super Metroid really is like the litmus for like any good like a Metroid or Metroidvania style game, I think.
Yeah.
But honestly, I'm not really super into the Castlevania, Metroidvania type games. Like Symphony of Night's cool and all.
I haven't played Symphony of the Night, and I really need to.
For some reason, this kind of game, this philosophy of it being a lot more, there's something about the isolation you feel while playing Super Metroid and like other similar games that it just doesn't quite feel the same in something like Castlevania. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Castlevania is more like has the horror element, but it's not like it's not far removed like this is, you know.
Right.
I really want to get some health because this next area I'm gonna need a lot of health in order to tank some hits. But I'm getting missiles, so I guess I'm not gonna get health. And all these guys drop for super missiles. Also, new bridge. It's called the new bridge because if you don't hold the run button over there, you won't make it. All right, here's a red tower. So if you go up here, you can get power bombs early, but it's a bit weird because there's a shootable block that is blocking the way, and there's these enemies going back and forth here too. But you can make it with a wall jump. I didn't get that. Yeah. So what I'll probably have to do is, I know somebody got it with the charge beam before. No.
I think it's just if your beam hits any of the enemies.
That's right, yeah. I don't know what the optimal timing is. I'll have to learn that.
Whatever one seems the most obtuse, probably.
Maybe.
Feels like it.
Shit. Damn it. Got that there. At least I can make it. If I can make it back up fast enough, I can get there. There we go. Perfect.
Nice.
I think that, I don't know if that's frame perfect. I don't think so because I feel like it's pretty lenient there. But yeah, it's hard to do. And usually the speedrunners already shoot that on the way up before getting there, so they don't have to worry about it. But this way we get power bombs way early.
Very good.
Also, I love this song. It's probably one of my favorite Metroid songs ever, and it's been like in every Metroid game since like Prime 2. The Prime 2 version is one of my favorites too. Alright, this part's a little bit weird because they kind of expect you to have the ice beam.
If you ever plan on streaming Metroid Prime, let me know and I'll help you set up Prime hacks so you can play it with the vastly superior mouse and keyboard controls.
I like the GameCube controller, thank you.
It's actually amazing though. You don't even know
I know. I'm not I grew up on the GameCube version of Prime. I don't think I'm gonna go back, honestly. I don't think I'm gonna go to a different thing. Oh my god, please do not die.
It really does. Prime Hack really does feel like the PC version of Metroid Prime we never got. You know?
Oh my god, I'm down to 1 life. Oh my god.
Oh jeez.
Gotta play extra careful. This is why I want to come into Red Brinstar with as much health as possible. It's normal for that room you're supposed to have the ice beam to freeze those little jelly things so you can walk on them, but nope. Not for me. Ice beam is after this point. Okay. At least got some energy back, but there's still a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a super missile door. I'm dumb. I might just power. Oh shit. Okay.
Oh.
Well, I think that's a reset. The run, the entire run. I should have made a save state, but that's okay. Because I didn't save, so it would get me back to the ship anyway. It's okay. We can practice.
It's just a practice stream anyway.
Yeah, I was just hoping to at least finish the game and get a time, but I don't know. Probably not tonight. Because I would just say this run would take maybe at least 3 hours. There we go. I saw speedrunners shoot to count like the seconds they fall there, so they can avoid that one block, so they can fall pretty consistently all the way down.
There's a lot of cool tricks that people have come up with for that sort of thing, but a lot of it's just like born out of habit.
Oh, absolutely.
So much. Yeah.
Also, I had the.
I'm not one of those people who can play. I think the only games I could be capable of speedrunning, and this one might surprise you. I'm so freaking good at Mario Sunshine. I could I could definitely become a Mario Sunshine speedrunner if I felt like it. It's just I don't have the dedication to
me either. I mean, I'd
so
like to learn Mario Sunshine as well because I like, you know how much I like playing Mario Sunshine.
Yeah, I'm incredibly good at the game, like mechanics and stuff.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be tough for me at all. I've even done some of the goofier tricks, like you know how you can do the spin wall jump with camera rotation.
Oh yeah, you taught me that. Yeah.
Like that. Yeah, I can do stuff like that. So like it's not that hard for me, but it's just I haven't played Mario Sunshine. I don't like. It's part of it's just like I don't have the dedication to become a speedrunner.
No, I think a lot of like I don't think I'd be able to like actually become a speedrunner of a game because I don't have enough dedication for it, and I don't think I have the hand-eye coordination and dexterity for it right now. And I know that's something you probably just build up naturally over time by playing it so much, but I don't know. It seems like a lot of that stuff feels like it comes more naturally to other people than it comes to me. Right. This game I feel pretty actually confident in, but like only on like a very casual level. Like there's like casual speedrunning and then there's speedrunning, you know?
Right. I did a second run of Metroid Dread when it came out. And
I need to get back to that one too.
Yeah, Metroid Dread was really fun to like learn some of the tricks. Especially the more intentional ones, right? Like
well, like I can get I can get I can do early crate and do early screw attack, early gravity suit, stuff like that.
Yeah, there's some really cool tricks in that game, man.
Shit.
There's also like the crazy like, ah yes, you could just phase through any floor you want thing.
Oh, you mean
As
like
long as
shoot?
it's
You
like
mean
thin
shoot
enough.
through any floor?
Well, that yeah, basically.
Because I can do that skip at the beginning. I learned that one. That one's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's some really cool stuff you can do in that game. I really should like revisit Metroid Dread again. I do have it sitting on my shelf. I bought Metroid Dread the day it came out.
Yes, I bought the special edition.
I quite enjoyed that game a lot.
I did too. I love
And
it.
it was the first Metroid I've played in like it was the first Metroid I'd played in like 12 years really.
Which one did you
Although
play
I guess
first?
Super Metroid was the first one I actually played, I think.
Oh, okay. I thought you
And
played
then
Fusion
after
first
that,
or something.
no, I played Super Metroid back like 12 years ago, and then I was just like, oh, I like Metroid, I guess. So I sat down and I played that one. I played Fusion, and then I played Zero. I played Zero Mission.
Zero Mission's good too. That game is super hard to speedrun. I feel like that game's controls are so tight that it's hard to get a grip of it. You know.
Yeah.
Especially
fun,
and like some of the shit they make you do for 100% is like speedrunner level. It's like that's way too hard.
Quite obtuse, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, that one. There's this one energy tank you have to shine spark up a tower for by like storing it several times, and it's like that's really hard.
I mean, they make you do stuff like that in Dread too, but
No, Dread feels a lot more fair the way they design
yeah,
that.
well, that's what I mean. They make you do that stuff in Dread, but they make the shine spark easier to compensate, right?
Yeah. They actually make it, you know, usable without having to like ruin your hands. Okay, I should not struggle on this guy.
It probably helps. It probably helps for Zero Mission to remap the controls a little bit.
Yeah.
Or to at least add duplicate mappings for certain things.
Yeah. Oh, he doesn't have a head. Oh no. Okay.
Samus is just like, I killed a Chozo statue. I'm having a meltdown.
Yay. And then she's gonna have a super meltdown when she has to kill an actual Chozo. Oops. Nope. It's like 3 wall jumps. It's like 1, 2, 3. Like you have to do out the right side there. But like super frame perfect. I did it. Oh my god, I'm a fucking god. Clip that shit. Clip that shit right now.
Wow.
I did fucking Alcatraz. Call it Alcatraz because that's what it's called.
Yep. We'll clip it.
Oh my god, I fucking did Alcatraz. Let's go.
Yep. I will.
I told myself I'm not gonna do it, and then I actually fucking do it.
Good job.
Thank you.
Got you. I'm going to mute for a second so that I can the stream and make sure I get the whole thing.
I freaking taught myself. Oh my god. I'm not even playing on like the hard. I feel like the speedrunners use the original Super Nintendo cart to play. I don't think they use any kind of port. Here we go. I'm kind of glad I reset the run now so I could actually do that trick. I'm still in shock. I should not be taking this much damage. Thank you for clipping. Machball first try! Let's go! I'm short a missile! No! Give me a missile, please. Thank you. I think he misspelled Alcatraz, but that's okay. Maybe it's cooler. Shit. Need to conserve health here. Quit dicking around. Quit only dropping missiles. Oh, I need to pick up these missiles too. That would help. Just a map. I have to kill all these enemies anyway. Shit.
Okay, yeah, I did spell it wrong.
It's okay. That's fine.
It does. It's but for some reason in my brain it's spelled that way, and then
I think it's with a
like,
C
yeah.
instead of a K.
Yeah, yeah, it's just a C and a K. So I just whatever. Anyway, good job. That was a
Yeah.
tough trick.
That is a tough trick. Definitely didn't optimize it very well, but it works.
I think the only other game I could maybe speedrun if I want, well, games I guess, I could probably speedrun Sonic Adventure or Sonic Adventure 2.
Possibly.
Only real
Like,
problem is
yeah.
Adventure 2 is like ruined by some really stupid tricks.
Yeah, and glitches. So there's some stuff that kind of screws you over.
Yeah, well, a lot of Adventure 2 is just like, haha, dodge invisible death planes.
Oh, that too. Yeah, that's right.
Which,
Especially in like Final Rush and stuff like that, where you can't even. There's so many death planes.
it's not that, yeah, and it's not that hard. It's just annoying, you know.
Well, it's just you're staring at a picture of Sonic falling for like 30 minutes.
There's a lot of dumb stuff. But I guess what can you do? That's just kind of what happens sometimes with speedruns. So I don't know if I would ever really want to do that. I guess
Yeah.
I could, but I'm familiar enough with those games to probably do it if I felt like it.
Yeah.
But it's just like, eh. I think the only other game I tried to speedrun, but other than that, is I did at one point spend a fair amount of time trying to do what was it? I think it was back in the Terraria 1.2 days. I was trying to speedrun Wall of Flesh kills.
Oh, okay.
And then I think at some point I also tried to speedrun from the beginning of the game all the way to Golem. That was like the ending of the game.
Okay.
That was the end of the game at the time, Golem.
Yeah.
But
Gollum
I
or
was
Golem?
never. I don't remember. It's
Gollum's Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, Gollum is a Lord of the Rings. Golem is just it's a stone rock monster guy. So.
Yeah. I'm trying to get as much health as I can because
at the time the Lizard Temple was the last thing you could do in the game. But then 1.3 came out and then the Moon Wanderers added. So.
Yeah. It's right there. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, if you ever do, I don't know if you've played Terraria or not.
I have not.
If you ever want to play it, and you don't want to play it on PC because you don't like PC controls, for some reason, the Switch version is viable. It's pretty good.
I've heard.
Yeah. I have both, and I like it just fine. I would always rather play it on PC just because mouse and keyboard control is superior.
I feel like Terraria on PC just go hand in hand better.
Yeah, it definitely works better. But, I mean, that's always an option as well.
Yeah.
Terraria is one of my favorite video games, probably, like,
I
ever.
know a lot of people like Terraria. I know my brother does. I know somebody in Renatos does. A few people actually.
It, it's gotten a lot better over the years, too. Like, when they added expert mode, that was, like, a game changer, man.
I always knew like back in the day people was just like, oh, it's just 2D Minecraft. And it's like, I'm sure it's more than that.
Oh, it's... I would compare it... Honestly, it's... People say it's like 2D Minecraft, but I don't know. It's really, like... I don't know if the mining and the crafting are really all that important.
Yeah.
It's really just like it's like a survival open world survival game, but in 2D, and you collect items and they improve your character over time, and that's really like
Yeah.
that process is really rewarding.
All right, 2 red Brinstar to do the tower again.
Also,
Oh,
piece of trivia: the guy who made Terraria, before he made Terraria, he made Super Mario Brothers X, a very popular Mario fan game.
oh, cool. I did not know that.
Yeah.
What was the fan game based on? Like, was it used like, did it have a certain game as a base or like
No, it was just a
made from
completely...
scratch? Okay.
Yeah, he written. I think it was written in uh I think it was an XNA based, like Microsoft XNA based, like code
Yeah.
thing, but still, it was... So is Terraria. So I mean,
Yes.
I think he just stuck to what he knew. I think somebody actually decompiled that original fan game, and now it's getting like console ports and stuff. Because it's actually that good. It had like a level editor, and people would make like online downloadable levels.
Shoot. Well, I can't do Machball there. I probably could, but that's not the place you need to do Machball. To skip something. Anyway, let's do red tower again. Oop. Oop. I really don't know what the timing is for these enemies.
Have you ever considered streaming like fan games?
I'm trying to think of like fan games that I know. Like, I mean, do Pokemon ROM hacks count?
Maybe they do. I guess they kind of do. A lot of them are pretty creative.
Because I played the Grand Coliseum on stream.
Right. I just mean in general, because like
Yeah.
there's some pretty good stuff. Like
I'm sure there is. Shit.
like
this thing's gonna respawn.
obviously AM, like we're talking Metroid AM
AM2R. I have. Well, no, I don't have it installed anymore, but I can get it back pretty easily.
Yeah.
I liked it. I just don't think it was. I think it was a little too high, mighty feeling. I don't know. Like, it's hard to explain because like, I knew he was just doing what he liked to do it, and it's just, I think it was just unfortunate timing with Samus Returns, and just the way Nintendo treats fan games and stuff like that.
It is. I'm just kind of glad he like waited until it was basically done to release it, so that so that even though Nintendo took it down, there was nothing Nintendo could really do.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty good. That's what you gotta do if you're gonna make a fan game you know is gonna get like eaten by the publisher.
Yeah. Damn it.
All you do is, because nothing is actually ever lost, realistically.
No,
Nintendo
I can go
take
download
down-
AM2R right now. Shit, I really don't want to be losing this much energy.
Nintendo also killed Pokemon Uranium, I think was a big
Yeah,
one.
but I heard that one wasn't even that good anyway. I mean, not to like be mean about it or anything, but still.
I don't know nothing about it. I just know that happened.
I feel like Pokemon fan games are just like, oh, look what I can do. It's like a Game Freak sucks. It's like, shut up. I don't know anything about game development.
In fairness,
Yeah, I know.
It probably isn't that hard to develop a Pokemon game on a
I know,
computer.
but Game Freak, even though they're having a hard time right now. Yeah, I had it. Even though they're having a hard time right now, there's a lot of things going on that's preventing them from working at their full capabilities, and it's not on them for that. I feel it.
I mean, I think part of it's also just like, for me, it's always just been like oh, well, Pokemon makes billions of dollars, so spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on improving Game Freak then.
But that's not how it works, though, unfortunately. It mostly goes to the Pokemon Company and Nintendo. It's like that. And Game Freak, by all intents and purposes, is an indie studio. that gets
Yeah,
funding from.
I know, and that's stupid. That's not how you should be developing your multi-billion-dollar franchise.
Yeah.
Nintendo's they're doing everything wrong. That just because that's the way they've decided to do it doesn't mean that that's the right way.
No.
Yeah.
And
So,
I think now they're seeing it's starting to affect them pretty negatively, and I'm hoping they'll do something about it, but you know, obviously I'm not getting my hopes up.
well, it's very clear to me that they need help.
Yeah. Monolith Soft, please, but I mean, I don't want to have Monolith Soft do everything because then they'll be stretched too thin too. But
On the bright side, at least Monolith Soft has finished like the Xenoblade trilogy, basically.
yeah, well, I mean, I know a lot of people really want
I
them to work
know
on
that.
X2,
Well, it
and
would
I
be
know.
cool if they. It would be cool if they just ported X to Switch so people could
Well,
play
they need
it.
to do that first before they do X2.
Yeah, I would be fine with that. Honestly, there's like a lot of quality of life improvements that X could use anyway.
Oh, absolutely. It would help me get into it more, I think.
They really kind of just need to redo the whole user interface a little bit.
Oh yeah. And that the gamepad's gone, they have to.
Well, yeah, so I think that would be a good idea. And maybe just add more content. I heard that the games will look content light compared to other Xenoblade games.
No, I don't think so.
That's what I've heard, compared to other Xenoblade games at least.
Well, there's a lot of side stories that kind of like, it's hard to explain, but this game definitely does not need more content. I mean, it could, but like not like majorly.
I guess what I should say is what I've heard is it's content light, not so, in so much as it doesn't have content. It's that the content doesn't feel that substantial, is what I've heard.
Yeah.
A lot of it. I haven't played the X yet, even though I actually have a Wii U. So I probably
there's a lot. There's just a lot. The areas are so big. There's a lot to see and explore. There's a lot to collect. There's a lot of side quests. There's a lot of customization, and you know, it was before Xenoblade 3. It kind of had like a job system sort of, but it wasn't in the way 3 did it. It was completely different.
All I know is
and your player character was the only character that could change classes too.
After sleeping on it for a few months, I think that Xenoblade 2 is definitely my favorite Xenoblade game. But I think that there's certain things that it doesn't do as well as the others, as like Xenoblade 1. And then 3 is just like a little tiny bit behind 2. And 1, really, it's just like, I don't know, something about 3 just isn't quite on the same level in my head, I guess. It feels like, yes, more Xenoblade, right? Whereas Xenoblade 2 was like, oh, this is like trying to do something totally different.
Shit. Okay, sorry. I'm close to death. Damn. There's a conundrum. Yeah, I'm back at the ship. One more time. If I die one more time, then fuck it.
Good old Super Metroid.
Yeah, sorry about that. I thought I was playing a lot better than I was. It's just those enemies do a lot of damage there, and I think since I don't have the Various suit, I'm going to be taking a lot more damage early on.
It's funny, I'm pretty sure both times you died, it was to one of those.
Yeah, it was. It was in the same room. And that's why I was trying to conserve my health before I got there. But it's really hard, honestly, because well, you're taking chip damage from those enemies when you're trying to climb the tower.
Right.
If you're not good enough. And then also there's like that room with all the spikes and shit. So it's hard. There's a lot of precise jumping.
It do be like that.
But we were talking about what were we talking about before I died?
Xenoblade.
Xenoblade, yes.
Yeah, I would like to see X get a port, just so that we have everything on the Switch. It would be nice. But,
well, I think X just needs more attention, but like, and I honestly want another chance at loving it because I want to. It's just really hard for me to get into for multiple reasons, but it's not like it's not because I hate the game, it's just because like, I want to understand it, but I feel like the game makes it hard to understand.
At least Sugar Conroy has a whole like series on it, so I guess it's like
on X.
Didn't he do a whole series on X?
No, he did not. He said he went to 2 because he was afraid that it would get the Switch port, even though it hasn't. And he wants to do it when it's completed, and also he just planned for 2 during the pandemic, so. And a little bit before, too.
Ah, okay, yeah, you're right. That makes sense. I swore he did something where he talked about it at some point, though.
He said it in a tweet, I think. And somebody asked him, why didn't you do X?
Interesting. He should do X. He should do
I mean,
X
he should. I mean,
do,
yeah. He's not, like, you know, it's not, he's not like, he's been silent on his opinion of X. He really likes it. It's just that,
yeah.
you know.
X will always probably be, unless they port it, it's probably, I mean, even if they port it, it'll probably always still be kind of considered a black sheep.
I think it will be. But it does have it does have a lot of good things about it. And a lot of things that went into the design of 2 and 3. So we can always thank it for that.
It's interesting though, the more I sleep on Xenoblade 3, the more I like that game. So I don't know, maybe I'm like...
Yeah. I mean, it's not a bad, like, no, it's like, it's a fantastic game.
Maybe I'll feel even better about it after all of the DLCs out.
Yeah, me too. It's just
because
that
I played 2 with all the DLC to start with. I don't know how I would feel if I didn't have access to that.
I mean, I like it's kind of like on a lot of its things about the story. I like it's kind of like show don't tell kind of thing about it, but at the same time, I feel like there's a lot that I feel like went under-explained and kind of left me wanting more or asking more questions, and I feel like they should...
Xenoblade 3 really seems to love symbolism.
Yeah, they use a lot of symbolism, and that's fine. They do it extremely well. It's just that I want things I want a few more things a bit more clear.
Yeah, there's a lot of like philosophical existentialism going on in Xenoblade 3, and I think that's actually like one of the reasons I think it's actually like a really good game.
Yeah,
I feel like those elements, so I don't know how they make it better, really.
I like the more personal I like the more personal aspects of the threats to the world in 2 and 3, while in 1 and 2, whereas 3 felt more like kind of like existential for obvious reasons, you know? It wasn't like a physical threat, it was kind of like a manifestation.
Well, I guess the narrative plot of Xenoblade 3 and like what its message is, I mean, obviously without spoiling much, is like is the meaning of life merely living, or is the meaning of life living a life full of meaning?
Yeah, right? Exactly. Yeah, it's definitely like, the meaning of life kind of question.
Right.
It's kind of Xenoblade.
This is a common trope for sci-fi games. So.
Xenoblade 3 is Monty Python's meaning of life. Life of Brian. No.
Yeah, it's just well, that's the thing. It's a very common. It's funny I say that, but like I'm playing No Man's Sky, and guess what No Man's Sky's plot is about?
And I'm sure like Final Fantasy 14 even has like, you know, like a lot of that too, because people love Final Fantasy 14's story and but I feel like people like the characters of 14 too. This thing, and like Xenoblade 3 has characters to like. That's not, you know, that's not like a thing that it doesn't have. It does certainly have that, but I feel like it doesn't have some other things that people like in games. That let's see if I can do it again. No, okay. No, okay. Shit. I can get it.
I mean, you've done it once.
I've done it once without really trying either, so.
Ooh, you almost had it that time.
Yeah. There we go. Perfect. I'm getting it down.
Nice. Good job. It's a trick you'll eventually, hopefully, be good enough to do most of the time for sure.
I think I will. Oh, that's the map room. Like, I technically could go back down to Brinstar and get an energy tank with bomb jumps, or there's it's right under where Mother Brain was defeated the first time. You could bomb under there and get a missile pack, but it's not really worth going back down there, especially because I'll circle back around later in the game.
Anyway, I mentioned earlier Metroid Prime Prime hack. What's really
Yeah,
cool about that is that it actually like hooks into the game and gives you proper mouse look. You know what I mean?
yeah, like it kind of like it's not
It
like
really does just it
it's
feels like
kind
a
of like the
PC
Wii.
port.
It's kind of like the Wii version, except like does it use the
I
Wii
mean,
version or the GameCube version as base?
it it uses the Wii version, yeah, as the
Because
base. Although
because like
I think you can maybe use other versions as a base too. I think most of the time people just say use the trilogy ROM though.
well, it's because like the trilogy ROM, because obviously the canon has more movement animation and stuff in that because
Oh
it
well,
has the
see
pointer.
yeah, well, mostly what you usually people do with Prime Hack is they just set it up and then the thing is that it doesn't work like the Wii pointer does. It just works like a proper mouse and keyboard,
Well, yeah,
like mouse look. You know what I mean?
but in terms of like conjoining it, it's probably easier to do with the Wii version than the GameCube
Oh,
version.
well, yeah, definitely. Although I think that even it does support GameCube ports, some of them, I think. So I think
There's
it's still
different.
just
Well, there's different versions of Prime One on GameCube because like there's the original release version which had like the Space Jump early glitch and Plasma Beam early glitch,
yeah.
and like there was a version I had that came with the Metroid Prime 2 demo disc, which I
What's
think
really
patched
interesting
out
to
those
me about
version that trick.
playing, what's really interesting to me about playing Prime without having, without like a controller or whatever, using a mouse and keyboard, is that it makes the, you know how like how heavily reliant you have to use like the lock-on system.
Oh yeah, like lock on all the time, but like without the with the mouse and keyboard, you don't really have to do it as much, I assume.
You don't have to do it like almost at all.
That's the thing.
And
That's the thing, though. It's like
it's amazing,
I'm gonna
actually.
instinctively miss it because I'm so used to doing that.
It's actually so amazing though. It makes the game like it's like reliving what it's like one of your it was just such a good video game, Metroid Prime, and
I
like
mean, it is, yeah.
revisiting
Also,
that game,
I need more
especially the first
missiles.
one, where without having like severe like basically it feels like when you play it when playing a first person shooter with like controller controls, it can work okay, but like
And I think they work pretty well for the GameCube controller.
there's just like it's just like beyond compare though.
Yeah.
Like
But
it's just
I'm always gonna be a stickler for the GameCube controller though, because I just what I grew up on Prime with.
yeah, it is to put it lightly sublime. It is like one of the best experiences I've had with an emulator. Like
I'm sure it'd be
no
cool, but like
doubt.
I never like I tried playing like TF2 with mouse keyboard, and like it's just I probably have to just try out more games and get used to that kind of control, because I never tried that control before ever. When I first got my PC 4 years ago, and I tried that, that was like the first time I tried a mouse keyboard controller for a FPS game.
Ah. Well,
So
I
it's
mean, it's
definitely not in my repertoire.
it's a skill that you can develop incredibly quickly.
Yeah.
An easy game to play. Some easy games to play to get used to it. Minecraft is an easy one.
Yeah. I need to
Minecraft is
buy
probably
Minecraft. I
like the
still don't
best.
own Minecraft. Like I've never bought Minecraft ever since it was released.
I'm surprised.
I know.
What else is there? Stuff well, I mean, technically, you could just play Metroid Prime with the keyboard and mouse controls, and that would be a perfectly fine way to play.
Yeah.
So, be a perfectly fine game to play to learn mouse and keyboard controls, because as I said, it really is so good it feels like a PC game.
I'm sure
Like
most yeah.
genuinely, it feels like a PC game, and it's like such a hard thing that it's amazing that they did it. I can't. It's like I was expecting it to like maybe like your mouse input would simulate analog input. No, it's not like that. They literally like just hacked the game and put mouse controls in.
Did
So
they
that's just
decompile the game?
amazing. I maybe partially to do that. I'm not really sure, but it's incredible. That's all I can tell you. It was one of my. It was like it's amazing still, and I want to replay Prime. Like, I might
Have they
replay
done?
Prime
Now
2
here's the
and 3 as
question.
well with it.
Now here's another question. Did they do it for Prime 2 yet?
Oh yeah, the whole trilogy supported.
A whole trilogy, so Prime 3 as well.
Yep.
All right, well, good for that. Did
Yeah. So you
they
can play
keep
the
did
whole,
they keep in
whole
some of the
trilogy like
did they
that.
keep in some of the tricks from the games with the first person controls?
Well, I mean, you can still do all of the stuff you normally can do. Yeah, you can lock on and side hopping and all that stuff if you
Okay,
want.
because like the there's a glitch to get space jump like as soon as you got on Talon 4. If you like lock on to this thing into this
If anything, a lot of those tricks are probably easier with mouse and
possibly.
keyboard controls.
Well,
Anyway.
the thing was in later versions you weren't able to do them. Period. So they
I
probably
mean,
yeah. So I don't know if
I
they
don't.
put that back because the trilogy version I'm pretty sure you can't do it. So
It's
they wonder if they
probably
put it back.
If it's not back in by default, it probably is easy to just patch it back in.
Yeah.
So maybe just a gecko code or something.
Maybe. I know you could get Plasma Beam early in Prime 1 as well in the GameCube version. The first edition GameCube version.
Oh, one of the things is by default the game uses the big gigantic Wii cursor for the
Well, yeah.
for the, you know how like, because it's got like the Wii pointer is like the triangle shaped cursor.
Yeah, yeah.
When you're playing with a mouse and keyboard, you don't really need a crosshairs that big. So one of the things that people usually do is they install a texture pack that replaces the crosshair with a much smaller one.
Okay.
So it's more like because that's like one of the, I think that's like the only thing I had to do that was like, yeah, if I don't do this, it's gonna be annoying, right?
Oh shit! Come on. I have to grind for fucking super missiles. Or I'm not gonna get them until I fill up all my regular missiles.
But yeah, being able to not have to like rely on lock-on, is just like, man, it just makes Metroid Prime, like, if Metroid Prime came out back in the day on both PC and on GameCube, it would have been as beloved as Half-Life. Genuinely.
Probably.
Even more than that, maybe. Honestly, it's like that good of a first-person shooter.
Yeah. Shit, I'm not gonna get any super missile drops from the MI.
It's a shame that it was. It's a
There we
shame
go.
that Nintendo
Jesus.
never did like a GameCube keyboard and mouse.
Well, you know they'd never do that.
I know I wish they would have though. That would have been pretty sweet. I mean, I
don't think we're mouse and keyboard first person controls very popular back when Half-Life was popular.
Half-Life came out in 1999.
I know, but like still, like was it like wholly popular for a first person shooter to do that?
Yeah, I think the game that popularized the standard PC first person controls was Quake 3.
Quake. Okay.
Yeah.
I have to grind for super missiles here. This thing's not cooperating with me.
Before that, you had stuff like Doom, which was I don't think Doom had mouse look yet. It just had like, you know, strafing left and right, and then you could also turn, right?
Yeah.
Which is why that game kind of works okay on controllers sometimes, but I still think that if you're using like a source port of Doom, like GZ Doom or whatever, you're gonna want to just play it like a first-person shooter, right? So you can enable mouse look and stuff, and it's way better when you can do that. Makes it more fun.
All right, so we got 2 super missiles packs.
I should clarify. I don't really like first-person shooters very much.
I mean, I don't really either, to be honest. But Metroid Prime is like the exception.
Metroid, I like. Let me rephrase. I don't like multiplayer.
Multiplayer, yeah. You know what? That's probably a better way to go about that.
Yeah, the main thing. The main thing is like there's a lot of like really like gross toxicity and.
I mean, yeah, that's part of it.
Bad game design, bad map designs, bad just everything. There's a lot of bad crap in a lot of the multiplayer first-person shooters. I've always been more of like, yeah, you know, I want to play Half-Life. I want to play Half-Life 2. I want to play. I'll even. There's like
Half-Life 3.
There's even a couple like Valve's first-person shooters online are usually alright. Like
I mean, is like Portal? I mean, I know everyone likes Portal.
Portal's not really a shooting game, although it is a first-person shooting puzzle game, I guess.
Yeah.
Have you ever played Portal?
No, I have not.
Oh man, dude, you need to stream those.
I know. I can get them on Switch. I can get them on PC or whatever.
I recommend PC, of course, because
yes. Well, I mean, that's just what they're meant to be played on.
Hardware, but
oh, why can't I wall jump? I wanted to get the one wall jump, but that's okay. Shit. What is going on?
What else is there? I can't believe you never played Portal.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know I know all the Portal references, but I don't ever play Portal.
You know, I think Portal Companion Collection on Switch is on sale, or at least it was a few days ago.
Well, if it's not, the Steam sale's tomorrow, I think, so.
Yeah, so you could always get it on. Well, here's the thing. You know, you should probably just do is pick up the Valve Complete Pack. It'll be $6 for every Valve game.
Damn, man. Okay.
Yeah. It should be $6 again because it was $6 during the last sale.
Okay.
So, that's for the record. That's a 96% off.
Yeah.
The only Valve game that is excluded from that is Half-Life Alyx.
Yeah, because that's the brand new game and also like a VR stuff.
Right. Well, I mean, most people who buy an index have Alyx
Shit.
anyway because Alyx comes with the index.
No, I don't
So
think I can do a Machball there. Yeah, it's too low. It's okay.
yeah, I'll link you. I friended you on Steam, by the way.
Yeah, definitely.
Earlier.
I definitely want to do some stuff with friends for Steam Christmas. Hint, hint. Shit. All right, Red Tower again. Let's do it.
I'm a PC guy. I became a PC guy back in 2011. Mainly just because like PlayStation and Xbox they're just worse PCs.
Yeah.
And then Nintendo is just Nintendo, right? So
Well,
it's like,
Nintendo's their
well,
own
you
thing,
know.
which I like.
But keep in mind, your hardware is probably powerful enough to run a Switch emulator. I hope you know that.
Oh yeah, I know. I have a
Yeah.
3060.
I don't know if you'd be able to
Ti.
stream it, but
Yeah, I probably need a better processor.
if anything, there's it depends on what you have, I guess. What is it like?
It's a Radeon, or not Radeon. It's a AMD RX 2600 or something.
Ah, cool. You have an an older AMD chip then, or?
Yeah, I think it is.
Okay.
There we go.
Either way, your computer is more than powerful enough for most.
Yeah, I can run.
games,
I can
for
run
sure.
stuff now. I could probably run like more. I could probably run Dolphin a lot better than I could before. God, the freaking Red Brinstar vibe music is just amazing atmosphere. It's probably one of the best atmospheric tracks in any video game.
Has anybody ever reconstructed the Super Metroid soundtrack with uncompressed samples?
I'm sure somebody has. It's probably on YouTube somewhere.
Because that would be like something I'd like to listen to.
Yeah.
One of the things that really bothered me about the Super Nintendo always was how like low passy everything is. You know.
Yeah. Some games made it work, like Mega Man X and this one.
Like I really need that like when I'm listening to this kind of music or this kind of game. I mean, all the stuff is like this too. Like even like you know how when Samus jumps and she goes.
Yeah.
Like you can
hear that. You can hear the bit crush. You know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I would love to see like somebody make a Super Nintendo emulator that has not a texture pack, sound packs. So somebody could like, replace the samples in a ROM. That would be pretty sweet, right?
Wonder what Earthbound would sound like that, because that'd be kind of.
I don't know if you heard about this, by the way, but Super Metroid is one of a handful of Super Nintendo games that, if you run it through RetroArch on PC using a special core, you can play the game in widescreen.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I think I've seen widescreen Super Metroid.
Yeah, it could. I think there's a couple other games are supported by that. Like somebody made a ROM hack of Super Mario World to do that, which is pretty sweet.
Is there? I don't think there's a widescreen Link to the Past. I don't think that would work.
If it exists, it's probably possible. It just would require more work, I'd imagine.
Yeah. Also, I need to do the Super Metroid Link to the Past randomizer someday, because that'd be fun. You know what that is?
Yeah, I believe so. You get items in one thing applied to the other.
Yeah. And you can switch between the games by going into certain areas. Which is kind of cool. It's like Link Between Worlds, but
pretty wacky.
Okay, so here's what I died before, so I'm gonna maybe just for now.
It's fine.
Okay, no one really cares at this point. God damn it! These guys do way too much damage. Oh shit.
This is a room you just need to practice.
And I'm dead, yeah. I have a reserve tank. Thank God for that. That's like their fairy in a bottle there.
Yeah.
But you have to get back out of this room, though. It's the thing. Shit. Okay. It's be tricky. Okay, we made it, but at what cost?
Basically all your health.
Those enemies did way too. Those big ass enemies did way too much damage. All right, now we go back because now we got power bombs. We can actually, we can do stuff early for the most part. We can't get the shit. Nope.
Damn.
Okay. Let's do that just to save time because I don't give a shit. But
well, this is the room. This room you need to practice anyway, so this is totally fine.
Look at that shit.
What is the best way to deal with those guys?
I don't know. I don't know. Probably super missiles?
Maybe.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. That's the way to go.
I take 2 super missiles. Oh yeah. I just need to come into here with super missiles to use. That's all.
That's not too big of a deal. Cool.
What was I talking about before I died? Shit, I can't remember.
Well, I was talking about PC stuff before that.
Easy stuff?
But,
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was talking about something.
I do think Portal you'd have a blast with because it's not really a first-person shooter. It's more just like
it's a puzzle game, yeah.
Yeah, but it does involve shooting. It's just
it does involve shooting, yeah. And I know how the Portal. I know how Portal goes. You know, it's like I know the story and shit and like all the stuff from back in the day. But like I never had a PC to play. I mean, I had a PC, but like not one to play games like that on.
Right. I don't know. I've been playing. I played through Portal 2 on an i3 on a what is a 7th gen i3 laptop.
I mean, you can run Portal on anything. It's not that hard to run.
Yeah, Portal and Portal 2 run on practically anything.
Yeah.
Was it a great experience?
Oh yeah,
well, no, but you know, it worked.
That door up there, with a powerbomb door up there, that's the X-ray scope, but I can't get it without something else. I can't remember, but I know I can't get it with my current set right now. So I would have came down here to refill on energy, like from before doing Red Tower, but I can't get back up here without the ice beam. I probably could, but it's like harder to do all that than, you know, and it's not as fast to do that too, so. Also, I love getting the Spazer in this game because like it's like very hidden, but like also not at the same time. It's kind of like, who would think to come up here? I just love the way it's hidden. I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, all I can tell you is playing when I did play Prime Hack, it definitely highlighted to me that Metroid Prime is not just one of the best. It's not just like one of the best Metroid games made. It's like genuinely one of the best first-person shooters.
Absolutely, absolutely.
It's just woefully hamstrung by its not great control scheme. Well, it's a little bit more tolerable.
I still think it's good.
Between the three control methods, obviously mouse and keyboard is best, but you know, if you're gonna play it another way, I played it a bit on the Wii as well, just to see what it was like.
Oh, I played the Wii version too.
I think that the Wii version is still better.
I think I played the Wii version on stream back a long time ago, like 2 years ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that the Wii version is
it's
probably
fine.
like the best official option. Although
yeah.
I would like to see what I would like to see is them to redo Metroid Prime and do like Metroid Prime HD collection or something.
Yeah, well the thing was
and what they need to do is they need to do like a modernized controller controls, if that makes sense, rather than doing like doing it exactly the way the GameCube controlled, because The GameCube control was just funky. It doesn't. It's not like it's bad. It's just like because you can't reasonably use the analog stick at the same time as like the face buttons and stuff.
Yeah.
The right stick. It just they didn't want you to have to use the C stick as much, so they have the whole lock-on system, and you have to like strafing around enemies in big circles or whatever. I mean, that's like fine,
yeah, it's strafing around enemies in big circle can be kind of tiring, like against like Flagra or something like that, but it's fine, I think.
I mean, imagine just not having to do that at all. You just like
I know,
like, oh, yeah,
I know.
just walk around in a circle. Boop. It just feels good. It's just like very satisfying.
I know. You know, there's nothing wrong. I don't think there's anything wrong with the GameCube one too, but I'm not objecting to anything else that might be better.
It's more just like certain controls are better suited for other things, I guess. Regardless, I think that game is brilliant.
It's amazing the game came out the way it was. If you looked at any kind of development history of that game.
Yeah, originally they were gonna make it a third-person game. That would have been pretty weird.
Well, that and just some of the producers working on the game were not very good at first.
It turned out pretty amazing despite that.
Yeah.
I think that most times development is like, yeah, you know, just focus on making something that's fun. And I think Retro Studios understood that. And I think they still do, probably. I mean,
oh yeah,
Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze is probably the last retro thing I touched, and it seemed fun.
well, it's the last retro thing that really came out.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how they don't seem to. They've just been like they've just been in the Metroid
Limbo, yeah.
Metroid Prime 4 coal mines forever.
Well, I mean, it wasn't their responsibility at first, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But it was. I think it was the best decision to change course to give it to them.
This is such a cool boss.
Yeah, I couldn't get the quick kill on him, but I did get 2 super missiles in. That's still relatively fast.
I love Kraid. Great boss fight.
I think Kraid in Metroid Dread's probably the best iteration. Honestly.
Kraid in Metroid Dread is just like a great boss fight.
And for the longest time, I didn't know you could if you got the phase shift early, you could phase shift right onto his like mouth and like shoot him in there. It's like really weird. And then everyone found out about the bomb trick, you know.
Yeah. Well, that one wasn't even that hard to do.
Well, that was intentional.
Yeah. They put some intentional ones in, and then they did some unintentional ones that were just like, well, we're glad that the game doesn't break under the pressure of you insane people.
Yeah. I still want to do this. I still want to do the Shine Spark against the experiment.
They future-proof the game hard though, because you know the final cutscene where you're riding on the chair.
Yeah.
To what's his name, Ravenbeak.
Yeah.
When you're riding on that chair, those are all pre-rendered cutscenes, right?
So can you get there without the gravity suit?
I don't know if it's possible, but the game has those pre-rendered cutscenes for if you're not wearing the gravity suit in the game.
Oh my god.
So they put it there just in case.
Yeah. I mean, people can beat this game without the gravity suit, so I'm sure it's possible.
Yeah. So I don't know how I haven't kept up on it I kept up on it for like the first like 3 months, and then I was like, all right, well, I'll see where it's at in like a year, and you know.
Yeah.
It's been about a year, but I haven't really gone out of my way too hard to look at Metroid Dread stuff.
Me either. I need to do more.
They also added like the Dread mode difficulty, which is just a pain.
That's Samus Must Die mode. I don't think I could ever do that.
Might be one of the hardest things ever in an actual Metroid game.
Probably. But I don't think it was. You think it was designed to be that way, or they just made that mode just to say they did it?
Fans.
please, egomaniacs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, I'm sure people are proud of themselves for doing it.
All right, I'm gonna get the ice beam in early with the Machball. Oops, my jump was a little stilted there. I don't think you even need.
I guess Dread mode really wouldn't be that bad as long as you're really good at all the boss fights.
I got Machball.
Like if you're really good at the timing on the Emmy, and then also really good at like not getting caught by them, and then also really good at the boss fights, I guess Dread mode probably isn't that bad, is it?
And I'm sure the boss fights are designed to where you can beat them without getting hit at all.
Oh yeah, definitely. I've actually done that myself a few times. My favorite boss fight was the what is it called? The
Is it
experiment something
experiment?
something or other.
Yeah, the big
Yeah.
clawed monster.
Yeah, that thing was cool.
Yeah. There's
I
ice
love the
beam
quick
early.
I like the quick kill on it.
I do
Have you ever
too.
done
But
the
is
quick
that the shine spark? I want to
Yeah,
do. I want
you
to
have
do
to
that. It's been so
you
hard.
shine spark into him. It's a tough trick. I managed to nail it a couple of times though.
I've gotten close, but it's he always moves out of the way too fast. I don't think there's any missiles up here. Oops. No, it's just well, I need to go up here anyway. Do I? Vsauce, or do I?
The music starts playing.
Yeah. Where are your fingers?
You might say on your hands, but actually, they're in my hands.
I love the out of context intro compilations people have. It's like, hey, Vsauce, Michael here. When will you die? And it just cuts off after that.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Alright, so there's this really awkward missile pack here. Right up there. Got it. And then I don't need to, if I can't go down this room because there's speed boost stuff there, and I don't have the speed boost yet, so I'm gonna try to, there we go. That wasn't too bad. That was good. But that's the only thing you needed that room for, is that missile pack. It's very easy to miss that one. But that's why you get power bombs early, so you can get that out of the way. I mean, I haven't even gotten the high jump boots yet, and I'm about to get them. Is there, or do I have to climb, do I really have to climb up there? I guess I do. I just got the ice beam first to make that part easier, just in case I fell down farther, which it did help. Ah.
You know, sometimes the thing with Vsauce Michael is like the same thing. He gives me the same vibe that Steve from Blue's Clues gave me when I was
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. He's just like a friendly guy who's just like trying to teach you some stuff.
Yeah.
You know? But he's like
Yeah.
it's like Blue's Clues for adults.
Yeah, Blue's Clues for adults. With no dog.
I mean, I'm joking, but like that's what it is. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he's just a friendly adult who's like
He doesn't have a cool multicolored dog.
He doesn't, but he doesn't need one because he's an adult and he's just like
He's an adult and he doesn't.
I don't need a dog to teach you about astrophysics.
Astrophysics for morons.
Astrophysics for Blue's Clues kids. That's basically what it is.
Blue's Clues STEM.
Yeah. But seriously, like his videos do give off a very like both educational but like entertaining vibe, and like that was kind of what Blue's Clues did back in the day. And they were both hosted by like a friendly guy, and now both of the people who hosted it are bald.
That's why they're similar.
Yeah, Steve is bald now.
Yeah.
But still, you know, I never really thought about that, but that's actually, I almost wonder if it's probably just a coincidence, right?
Probably. Because he wasn't bald before.
Well, not the baldness, I just mean like in general. Like,
Oh.
I almost wonder if Michael was ever I almost wonder if Michael was inspired at all by the way Blue's Clues is approached.
Maybe.
Because obviously, like Blue's Clues is like for kids, but like the way he talks and like the way he enunciates and like speaks has some similarities actually.
God, that show came out like the same year I was born. And I watched it as a kid.
Oh yeah, it was a great kid show.
I watched it at my grandma's house all the time. Every time I think of all the shows I watched as a kid, I was thinking of my grandma's house because, I mean, obviously I'd be over there all the time because she'd watch me all the time. So, but I miss those days.
Right. Oh yeah, I understand. For me, it was for me when I think about it, I think of this like apartment complex we lived in when I was a little kid. And I remember being alone a lot, but more just because my dad would be like irresponsible and not do anything, and then I'd just be like, all right, I was gonna like
Oops.
steal the ice cream out of the freezer and eat it, and then I did. So, you know,
I think that's a speed boost room. I think, is it? I think after the save point it is. Oh yeah. You know, it's like I watched a bunch of videos recently because my friends had linked it to me on Discord, but like people talking about shows from like the late 90s, early 2000s, those kid shows from the early 90s, late 90s, early 2000s, like Bear in the Big Blue House and Roly Poly Oly.
oh, Defunct Land.
That there's some other person, I think they're not like a well-known thing, but they covered one of the shows and I was just like, oh yeah, I remember this shit vividly.
There's a lot of shows that were like weird and like they don't stick out in your mind very much, but then when somebody brings it up, you're like, oh yeah, I remember that. That's weird.
There was this one show on I think it was on Disney. It was called Stanley. And I like the show a lot too, but it also has a personal connection to me too because that's my last name. So it kind of like stuck out more to me.
How many times have you heard Stanley Parable jokes because your last name is Stanley?
Not a whole lot actually.
I'm surprised. Have you ever played that? It's good.
I've seen it a lot, but I've not played it either.
Oh, I mean, if you've already seen all of it, it's not really.
Yeah, I mean it's fun. It looks like so.
It's really just like
It's kind of like a walking simulator.
It's a walking simulator. So if you've already seen all of it, like all of the, you know.
Yeah, but will I really be a true
seen
gamer
dialogue.
until I play the game for 10 years and get that achievement?
Yeah, the new one's actually 10 years. That's crazy. I don't know what they were thinking, what they're thinking with that, but it's
I know
funny
exactly what they were thinking with that.
that somebody will get it.
Yeah, somebody's gonna be dumb enough to do it.
They should do a giveaway. The first person in 10 years to prove that they didn't cheat.
They get the One Piece.
They should have just made it like a thing in the game where it's like
You should have your name in the game, honestly.
it does like an online check-in or something. It's like,
Yeah.
yes, this person played the game first.
It's like the Nintendo Power Contest where it's like you can have your name in the game.
Yeah, it would have been funny if they would have did that though. They should have did like an online check-in system for it or something. So
Yeah.
that they could have been like, yes, the first person who you win $1,000. The first person who gets the
Ice
10
Beam
years
also
is
makes this part a little easier too.
Meanwhile,
thankfully.
the company goes bankrupt 7 years from now.
Damn.
I'm joking.
Yeah, I guess I'll get the Super Missile early, or not Super Missile, Speed Boost right now, because there's also another missile pack over the other way, but I can come back and get that.
I love this aesthetic of this area.
Yeah, well, if you've seen Brinstar from like Melee and stuff like that, it's very similar to this aesthetic with all like the bubble looking things and
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I think Norfair and Brawl has it too. Also, this is a very easy missile to miss.
Question: have you ever played Axiom Verge?
No, but I've heard about it a lot.
It has a lot. Yeah, that's one of those ones that's on my to-do list too. It has a lot of that kind of look.
Yeah.
I noticed. I dig it. It's a cool look.
Yeah. I like how they called it the Melee stage Brinstar, but they had a lot more elements of Norfair in it.
Yeah.
And then we had Norfair and Brawl, which made it more confusing.
It's definitely yeah, pretty much that. It's a little bit confusing.
Yeah. Yeah, this is like a new part of Norfair because I mean no, there was bubble areas in Metroid 1 like this, like bubble areas because I mean that's what it is, but
it's just a cool aesthetic. I wish that got used. I wish that it had. I wish we had something more similar to it in Dread.
yeah,
It's hard to pull off, I bet, but it's just a cool look, you know.
yeah. I might need an enemy to freeze. I know I've gotten up there without it, but it just helps. There we go. I still have to get the wave beam over here too. There's a lot of stuff to pick up in Norfair.
I forgot to ask, did you ever finish Kirby in the Forgotten Land?
I did.
Ah, okay, good.
I didn't like
Making
do
sure.
the you know true arena. I tried to do it. I didn't. I just didn't get around to like actually finishing it.
Ah, did you ever actually make it to the last boss at least?
I don't think so.
What killed you? Was it Phantom Meta Knight?
No, I can't remember what it was. I don't think I like tried hard enough with it to get far.
Okay. But yeah, my favorite weapon in that game is you take the second level of the gun, not the space gun, but
Oh, the twin
oh,
shooter. Yeah.
yeah, the twin shooter, and then you upgrade that using your rare stones, and it
Oh, the
becomes
space
so
laser.
good. Yeah, although the I guess people do the same thing with the second level hammer, a toy hammer, and that's really good too.
Yeah. Um. Obviously, the Meta Knight sword and Morpho Knight are probably the most broken ones in the game, but
Right. I just
and
wanted
double
to
hammer.
I beat it without doing any of the broken tech. I just went with a base level 2 shooter and
Yeah. I
won.
mean that's good.
I love that game. The game's really good.
It's
I wish
good.
that they I hope
I think there's still a lot of untapped potential with it for sure.
I think the biggest untapped potential would be for them to remake Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, but in that engine.
Well, I honestly they just need to make another Kirby Metroidvania online multiplayer.
Yeah, that'd be so cool. I even if they just wanted to retell the story of Amazing Mirror, but like do it with like 3D stage design
Yeah.
and like a giant open world map like that,
Yeah.
dude, I would be so into that. That would be so cool. You know?
Yeah. For sure. I'm looking forward to the Return to Dreamland remake
Yeah, me
in a
too.
couple months.
Yeah, I'm planning on getting that at some point. Although I'm not really sure if I'll get it at launch, just because it's just like one of those games. It's like I've already
But
played Return to Dreamland a
yeah,
lot.
yeah, you're not gonna miss. I don't think you're gonna miss anything by not getting it. I just want to play it. I think I want to play it on stream.
It would be the only remake on the Switch other than Xenoblade that I bought, I guess.
Hmm,
Xenoblade's a great. The Xenoblade remake was so good, man.
it's so good.
It
It's
really
the only way to play it now.
it's like it's definitely replaced definitely
Hmm.
replaced the original, no doubt.
But also at the same time, it's like if you just ended up with it, like it's still not bad. But obviously, well, you know, I don't know.
The biggest improvements are really
If I had to go back
quality of life
to the
and,
original
you
Wii
know.
version, I don't think I would complain too much. Is what I think. What I'm saying.
I think the biggest improvements are that you can control what the characters look like directly
Yeah,
instead of having to.
yeah, that's the biggest
That's
one.
like vastly the biggest improvement because
Yeah.
like no more mixing armors together that are optimal but look stupid as hell.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you beat the final boss and you look like a
Like he's
fucking
got a fish.
dweeb. Just look like,
But
I
that's
mean,
the best
Shulk
weapon in the game, though.
have you have you seen what some of them look like with that armor on? It's so
Yeah, it's
silly.
crazy.
Um But also just like the change, the shift in direction to a more anime style like art direction. I think that Definitive Edition actually has the best looking models for all those characters as well.
Oh yeah.
Like even over Smash and all that. It's just really good. They weren't bad. Shulk and Fiora weren't bad in Xenoblade 2, but Shulk had weird hair.
They definitely stylized them a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I think next is Crocomire.
Yeah, and then I was been talking about first-person shooters. I guess it's worth mentioning that the modern Doom first-person shooters are very good. Doom Eternal is very good.
I've heard.
So is
Doom 2016 I
so
heard is still like
yeah,
amazing.
yeah, it's a great game. I think that I
I've
haven't
heard the
played much
Switch
of Doom,
I've heard the
but
Switch ports are amazingly well done.
yeah, for sure. I don't know why they're so good, but they are. They just it's just like it's amazing that they've managed to get them to run that well, I think.
Hmm. I don't think there's anything. Hang on. Okay, probably not the best idea.
I think
Okay.
part of the problem with first-person shooters is that for a long time, it's not just it's even now, still to this day, there's been like there's like FPS multiplayer fatigue. So a lot of
Oh,
large
absolutely.
corporations are like, there's so many like multiplayer first-person shooters that can make us so much more money that why would we produce a single-player first-person shooter? Why would we do
Yeah.
that? You know what I mean? And that's obviously stupid, but because there's a lot of people who are just like, I'm not going to play online competitive multiplayer shooters. I'm just not going to do it. You know, like me,
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that.
No, me either.
Um, I'd maybe play co-op ones. Like I would be down with like, a single player
And
style
for me,
experience, but like
honestly,
for multiplayer.
it bothers me why they even bother making campaigns for Call of Duty, because like, who actually plays them? Everyone plays the multiplayer. That's the only thing I've known for like the longest time is that everyone plays the multiplayer. Who does even anybody even know what goes on in the main story, or is it even that good? Is it even something to write home about? That's something I'd never know.
I'm sure somebody out there has played them and critiqued them, and they're probably not very noteworthy because nobody talks about
Yeah.
them.
And bye bye, Crocomire. This is very graphic for 1994 on a Nintendo console, where they banned blood in Mortal Kombat. Like, sure, you can't have blood or like fatalities in Mortal Kombat, but we'll like show like some monsters getting its skin dissolved in acid.
It do be like that sometimes.
But it's okay because he comes back as a skeleton, so he's not actually dead.
Beat the skeleton.
Die, monster! You don't belong in this world.
This
Hello.
is so silly,
He's
though.
he's like a hello, Mario.
Hello, Mario.
That's so silly, though. Come on.
It is. It is.
If
That's
they would
probably
have put
why
something like that in Dread, it would have been pretty jarring.
I think this game's still got a like a a very kid-friendly rating, despite that Crocomire scene.
You thought I was dead, but I'm a skeleton now. Oh, I'm dead.
The skeleton appears.
It could only be even better. It could only be sillier if it was literally Skeletor.
Yeah. Was then notice that's the skeleton appears music that starts playing. If you know that meme.
I do.
Okay. Trying to figure out how to go. No, this is the way back from the grapple beam. So we got to keep going down. I don't think there's any missiles in this corridor here. Oh, there's one in here, not in the one it was just in. When I get done, well, the last thing you do in the game is beat Ridley, in Norfair. And that's after that I usually check to see if I've gotten all the missiles and stuff at the ship. But I usually miss like 2 or 3. I'm like, why? I thought I knew them all. I didn't even need to do that. Whee! I don't think there's anything down here. Nope. On the check. Make sure it
That
wasn't.
is something I did not know existed, and now I'm confused.
What?
Nintendo has an officially... I think it's just a straight up just an official product.
Of
Which
what?
is where you put a single AA battery in it and then slide your Joy-Con onto it.
Is it a charging station?
Oh no, yeah, it's like, it's like they're like charging. It's like you know those little things you put on your Joy-Con to like cover the end?
Yeah. Also, I
It's
can
like
get out of
that,
the
but it
grapple.
has.
I can get out
It's
of the
like that,
grapple
but
beam
you put
tutorial.
two double A's. It's like that, but you put two double A's in each thing.
I just love how I can skip the grapple beam tutorial by not using it. Because wall jumps are superior. Although I don't think I can skip this one. Maybe I can. Hold on. No, I can't. Nice try, me.
So basically, it's like Joy-Con grips or Joy-Con wrist straps, but it goes on the back of the controller partly, and you put double A batteries in it, so it charges your Joy-Con batteries while you're using them.
Huh.
So it's like a grip also. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's kind of cool, I guess.
And
Oh.
it's not a third party thing, I don't think. I think it's literally Nintendo manufactured.
Huh.
That's super weird. I didn't know this existed. I am mildly confused. Feels like something people will
Goal
talk about like 10
surprise.
years from now
Yeah.
on like YouTube videos.
Alright, I think that was it for this section of Norfair. So I think we're ready to go. Oh, I think I can go up here. No, that's where the power bombs were. Never mind.
Joy-Con AA battery pack. How strange.
I think it's a save room there.
Speaking of Doom, there was a really good sale on the Nintendo eShop during the last time they did a big eShop sale. I think it was towards the end of November, the Black Friday stuff. They had the Doom Slayers collection, which is Doom, Doom 2, Doom 3, and Doom 2016. All of those for
Oh, they have
only
Doom 64 on there?
yeah, Doom 64 as well, I think. Let me check the page, but I'm pretty sure it was
I think that's everything in Norfair we can get right now?
the Slayer collection contains yeah, Doom, Doom 2, Doom 3, Doom 64, and Doom 2016. So that's 5 games.
Wow.
And it was all the way down to on the Nintendo eShop to $12.49. Pretty good, man.
That's like a Steam sale.
Probably pretty extreme what's the word? Pretty extreme storage space you'd need for all that.
Oh yeah.
I think that's like 32.3 gigs on its own, all of those. Mainly Doom 3 and Doom 3 on the Switch must be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
That was like a pretty good looking game for its time, man.
Absolutely. So now we're heading back. Well, we're kind of backtracking to pick up some items, but it's on the way to the wrecked ship. And that's where that wrecked ship I feel like is where a lot of people forget where a lot of items are, including myself. I know I've definitely missed a lot.
I remember basically none of this. I remember like some of the names of the areas and like some of the aesthetics, but I don't really remember a whole lot.
You'll probably
about,
recognize the wrecked ship.
Areas. Yeah, I think I already have a picture in my head of what it is.
Where we fight Fantoon.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember Fantoon. Fantoon's weird.
Yeah, it's because he showed up in Other M at the very end for no reason.
Yep. I actually never finished Other M. I literally I was so frustrated by how annoying the controls were.
I 100%ed it so I didn't have to play it again.
I literally just couldn't be bothered. I just never did. I watched a YouTube video about it instead.
Yeah.
After a while.
I rented it from a freaking local library, and I 100%ed it, and I was like, yeah, I'm not playing this again. I've already 100%ed it. Just picking up the obligatory X-ray scope. Which does help in some occasions, so. But I feel like yeah, other end really, there's just not that much remarkable about it, which is sad to say, but
What's really interesting is I feel like there was a lot of potential for good game design there, if only they hadn't like hamstrung it by destroying the controls.
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
genuinely,
like
it's like
the like,
so hard to actually play.
and I feel like they were like being really disingenuous to the Prime series by making the missiles first person, but you're not able to move around it in that mode whatsoever. It's like, that's so stupid.
It was just a bad idea.
That was a bad idea.
It was just fundamentally bad. They shouldn't have
Yeah.
did that. There is some stuff I think that it did pretty good though. Like, it did a pretty decent job of like third person like action game auto aim. It
Yeah.
was pretty good.
That was
Auto
great.
aim was pretty decent.
Yeah.
I think that like the idea is solid, adapting the 2D Metroid game like game level design to a 3D plane is like totally a fine idea, and it can totally work if they just didn't
Yeah.
ruin it by the level design being boring and then also hamstringing you constantly. And then also the whole first person stupid thing. That was just annoying as hell.
The first person, like, I think it would have been fine to switch to a first person perspective, but since you had limited controls, there's no way you're gonna move with it, and that's just dumb. You're sitting duck in missile mode.
It's funny, I've been thinking, I literally, until you brought up Other M, I literally hadn't even thought about Other M. I thought of Federation Force earlier when I was talking about Prime. Didn't even remember Other M existed. That's
I'm surprised I don't own Other M,
my brain dislikes Other M so much that I forgot it existed until you brought it up.
Well, I'm just glad we live in a timeline. I'm just glad we live in a timeline where we don't need to remember any of its importance.
Oh yeah, thank God Metroid's finally back. Metroid finally got the success it needed with Dread. Now if only the same could happen for F-Zero. I'll be right back.
And Star Fox.
Yeah, Star Fox really got screwed, man.
Mm-hmm.
That one we're probably not going to see for another decade, honestly, knowing Nintendo.
Oh yeah.
Like, Star Fox is dead
For
again.
sure. Yep.
That sucks.
And it's our fault for some reason.
It's not our fault. They
that's what they're gonna blame it on, but
they should have. Well, part of it's the Wii U, and the thing is I think they know that the Wii U sucked.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I almost feel like they were like, oh yeah, this presents so many new and interesting gameplay opportunities, and then even most of Nintendo's games are like, yeah, we use like Mario, you know, you can touch the screen and it like moves.
You know, they never did. I think they advertised you could have link up two gamepads to one Wii U system, but they never did it.
You know,
something like that.
You say that. Somebody actually investigated the internals of the Wii U to figure out if that's actually something that's even
possible,
even technically possible, and
I don't think it was, isn't it?
I believe what somebody concluded is that if they wanted to do that, it would hamstring the Wii U so hard trying to. The encoder chips that are on the board really can only handle so many pixels at once. So they would have to lower the frame rates on both gamepads to make that happen.
Yeah. And the gamepad is already like lowering frame rate as much as it was already.
And the Wii U already had to have two completely independently operating radios for Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Because the gamepad has to use a completely separate Wi-Fi line from the actual internet, right?
Yeah.
Like that's how it actually works. That's the protocol it uses. It uses 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi connection speed to do that.
There wasn't a missile in this room, was there?
No, it doesn't use like a routing system like a traditional Wi-Fi like is done. So it doesn't have any. It doesn't have to like hamstring itself to like, you know, move data around. It just does it because it's just using It's using the radio protocol, but not the actual networking protocol, right?
Yeah.
So it does work well because of that, but there's a good reason why we haven't seen like any good attempts. The Wii U gamepad is really stupid, and by stupid I mean like a pain in the ass to work with.
Yeah, it is.
We haven't seen any good attempts at making the gamepad work on a computer, you know?
Yeah. I don't think you really
Most of
could.
them, well, it's theoretically possible if somebody just would write a custom firmware for,
Oh my god,
oh, it's
Super
like
Metroid. Yes, it is,
yeah.
Nevo. What's up? How you been, man? I've missed you. Missed seeing you around, man. No, you've probably been really busy. Sorry. What were you saying, Chief Freak?
It's just Wii U game. Basically, nobody's ever gonna really be able to take a Wii U gamepad and use it on a computer, really.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's technically possible. It's just something nobody's ever really, like, done it.
Yeah.
Because it's just writing the drivers and then getting the video streaming. Like, the only real feasible way to use the gamepad with a PC is just to hack your Wii U and use, like, network streaming your PC to the Wii U.
Yeah. For sure.
So.
Semester over, I've been in gaming mode. Oh yeah, I assume your semester's over by now since it's so close to Christmas. But I'm so glad you're able to tune into a stream again, man. Good to see you. What have you been playing lately? I know we've been playing Pokemon here lately. Oh shit. I didn't want to do that.
Majora's Mask Randomizer.
Yeah, we've been playing Majora's Mask Randomizer, we've been playing Pokemon. I'm thinking I might take a break from Pokemon stuff just cause
Did we do a Mario Kart stream? Or was that
I
just,
did.
like,
I did do a Mario Kart stream too.
okay,
Finished Pokemon a couple weeks ago. I don't know if I'm ever gonna finish Scarlet and Violet. I just don't have the drive to. And I don't know why. And that's coming from a guy who really likes Pokemon no matter what. So that's, you know.
I mean, honestly, like, I played, like, only a handful of new games this year, you know?
Yeah.
I guess, like, I guess the list would be something like, I think the first new game I played was Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Mm-hmm.
That came out this year, right?
Yes.
And then, I played Kirby and the Forgotten Land. I played, what was it?
Played Xenoblade 3.
Yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, obviously. And then I played other games that weren't new. Like, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I think I finally finished Mario Odyssey this year.
Yes.
I finished, I obviously played through Xenoblade 2. I replayed Xenoblade 1, because I just love it so much and I wanted the definitive edition.
Yes.
I played Lunasis, which is a 3D platformer indie game that came out on the Switch earlier this year.
Oh, cool.
And by earlier this year, I mean like last month. I think.
Last month? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I heavily recommend it. It's a very short experience, but very good. What else? Oh, I played No Man's Sky, but obviously that's not new. There's just a big update this year.
Yeah.
So,
You missed it earlier, Nevo. I've been learning some speedrunning tricks for this game for the over the past month. And I've done a few things. If you look, I did the Alcatraz speedrun maneuver.
did it twice.
Did it twice. Yes.
I will be right back.
Okay. Early super yes, I did early super missiles. I did I know I can do Machball right now. Well, hang on. There we go. I did Machball there. I was going faster. So I can do that. I got early ice beam, stuff like that. Now we're just going back to Rickshaw. Now we're just playing normally because after that point, I don't really do any more advanced maneuvers, and I'm just practicing like a route. Yeah, early super missiles is really impressive. Yeah, I'm impressed with myself, and that you should look at that Alcatraz clip. Yeah, you know, honestly, it takes a lot of practice, but if you have the right video guide, it's not too hard to learn. I think the real trick is you have to let go of the jump button for like a split second, and then press it immediately again, and then morph ball is right before you touch the ground. There's a bit of a, I think it's a bit of a better window than the game gives you. Or actually, I don't want to go this way. Like the window's not as tight as you would think, I think, but it is still a slightly frame perfect maneuver. I also did the red tower early. I got power bombs early too. So we're cooking. Although at this point in the game I'm at, we would have normally had power bombs anyway. So, but I did get power bombs early. That's the gist of it. Again, this is not like a super optimized route or anything like that, or any kind of legit thing. I'm just practicing, you know, getting, you know. Because I think I haven't played Super Metroid in a couple months, but I come back to this game pretty often, so I've been wanting to get better at it. Naughty Nightbot. Somebody did that. I forget who it was. Probably Blue Bomber. I haven't seen him in a while. I hope he's doing well. Can I do a speed boost here? No, I need a power bomb. Are you planning on completing the game in one stream? Yeah, I mean, it's like less than a 3-hour run if I do it decently well. I've had to restart twice because I died. But that's the only impediment we've had. I'm just doing some item cleanup since we're on the way to the wreck ship. And that's usually when I do all my item cleanup. Because with the routing I have, I usually don't have to go back to Brinstar. Or the wreck ship. I'm doing 100%. And I'm trying to remember where all the missiles are because I do it really well, but then I'm missing like 2 or 3 missile packs. And I don't know where they are. Like, and I've tried to figure it out by like looking at a map and stuff. So I'm hoping this run will be better. There we go. You don't need the gravity suit for that. I can do that, but just fine. I know there's a second missile pack in here for sure. So I usually check my status right after I beat Ridley and Norfair and go back to my ship to see if I missed anything, and that's usually when I find out I missed something, which is not good. Actually, now I've used a power bomb there. I'm playing on Switch Virtual Console, yeah. You can tell by the thing in the top right corner, top left corner, and the sidebars. I'd say the most interesting part for my run of this so far is probably the early game. Getting stuff early, but then after it's mostly a normal Super Metroid run. Which is kind of boring, but you know. It's okay. And once I get the speed booster, there's really no reason to use Machball unless it's for like a tight space. And you don't need Machball to get anything early at this point either. There's only like, you only get like Ice Beam and Super Missiles early with Machball. That's a power bomb door. Come on, that's not enough. Damn it. Nope. Damn it. There we go. I'm not trying to be like a super good speedrun or anything, but I'd like to just have like my own personal best time. But again, this is more like a practice run where like I don't need to worry about making mistakes or anything, or exploring a bit. I'm just playing just to have fun, chill out.
I am back.
Hello.
Yes.
Shit.
What did I miss?
Nothing. Just picking up stuff on the way back to the wreck ship.
Save the animals or kill the animals?
Save. Because that makes fusion canon. Yeah, those animals don't show up in Metroid Dread, even though Samus saves them at the end of fusion.
Maybe it was never canon after all.
Maybe not. I don't know. There's weird discrepancies between the Japanese and English versions of Dread or not Dread of well, I mean some of Dread and but mostly fusion. I know people usually shine spark their whole way through here, but I've never been able to set that up properly. I just powerbomb through it.
It's cool that they made Shine Spark like an important thing, but like, there is something really cool about the fact that it's basically not necessary most of the time.
Oh, it's not necessary at all to beat this game.
Yeah, I know, so it's just like kind of a super secret hidden mechanic.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. I like that.
Now here's a little, well, not yet. This is like the game with the most powerbomb, though, because you get like 50 of these at max. The animals do teach you, yes. That's how you're supposed to learn how to do them, because they actually have the little animals that teach you. And they don't come up with a pop-up on your screen saying, hey, did you know you could do this? No, they actually show you. Alright, so here's a little hard part here. Trying to get both these missile packs at the same time. I think I got it though. There we go. Yep. So then you don't have to come back and do that a second time, you know, because that wastes too much time. We're right back in the room above the Torian. I'll just powerbomb. Oh, come on, you threw off my groove. Trying to speed boost. Ugh. I'm gonna heal up at the ship just to see what I have so far. We don't have half of the super missile tanks yet. We have not. We don't really have much half of anything right now. We do have over half of the power bombs though. Actually, I'm gonna horizontal shine spark here.
How do you feel about the Shantae games?
I like Pirate's Curse. I haven't played the other ones. Yet. Actually, no, I've played Half Genie Hero. I own it, actually. I do like that one.
Me too.
Shit. I'm trying to do the horizontal one that takes a few tries.
You played the... I played... I've also played Risky's Revenge and most of the Game Boy Color game.
Hmm.
I say most of because I don't think I finished it.
There we go. I got the... Well, dang it. It wasn't in the right spot. There we go.
Nice.
The horizontal shine spark is probably the hardest to do in this game.
Well, they did make it easier with each progressive game than that.
Yeah, yeah. This one was the hardest one to do it in, though. But I think all I have to do is do a spin jump, hold one of the shoulder buttons, and then let it go. Oh no, I'm not at the gravity suit. I'm dumb. I know there's a trick to getting that without the grapple beam. It's just too lazy to do that right now. So I'm gonna get this missile down here without the gravity suit because I feel like it. Oh, I need to jump. There we go. I'm going into this fight with not a whole lot of energy, unfortunately, but I think I can still win it. Because we're going up against Phantoon. And he just gets a lot of pot shots in on you with his will-o-wisps. I know there's also, I think it's, I forget what the trick is called, but it basically, you shine spark over this entire area if you do it just right. I forget how to do it. I don't think I've done it before, but I've seen it. It looks really hard to do because it's like you have to store a shine spark pretty quick. All right, we're at the wreck ship, which is probably the hardest part to find items in. There's one to the left here. Right there. How would anybody know to do that? I mean, the X-ray scope is there, but who would be checking every single little thing?
There are 3 missile packs in wreck ship.
Yes. This is one of them. The rest are either power bombs, energy tanks, or super missiles. But nothing really opens up until you beat Phantoon because the power's off.
Yep.
Alright, and then for this fight, I turn off the ice beam. Because I think it's better. Phantoon's pattern is better when you shoot him with a charged wave beam. At least I remember. Because if he does super missiles, he like freaks out or something like that. Or he just doesn't give you a good pattern. Phantoon's just really annoying because you can't hit him most of the time.
And I've always loved how Metroid is always on the edge of science fiction and paranormal.
Yeah. Shit, I missed him. There he is. I got 3 hits in, that's pretty good. Honestly, can I just do this and just, if I just did this, I'm pretty much invincible until I land.
They need to bring back more of the paranormal element.
Yeah, I mean that's, well, yeah.
Dread was mostly sci-fi.
Sci-fi, yeah. Sci-fi horror.
Both.
Where are you, Phantoon? Come on. Oh, come on, you wasted my shot! Alright, 3 hits there. Need to conserve my energy a bit. Thankfully they drop some health. Got him. Alright, I only got 2 hits there. This isn't good. Panteen's probably the hardest boss in the speedrun. Maybe next to Ridley, but... Dick. Can I get him? Not yet, sir. These hitboxes on the will-o-wisps are very weird too. He's gonna appear on top of me. Nope. There he goes. I'll turn the ice beam back on. Let's go. Alright. Pantoon is dead, so we can explore the rest of the wrecked ship. My ship's for dinner. I wonder what sails in the morning. Also, the Gonk droid. Shoutouts to Gonk droid. Best Star Wars droid. Here? Now is up higher. Okay. One thing I don't like about Super Metroid's design inherently is that you get the jump, the spring ball way too late. Like it doesn't feel useful when you get it. Move, Gonk droid. I thought we had something special. Shit. Ooh, crap, this probably is not the way to go. Is it? No, it is. That's the way out to, Meridia. I need an energy tank really bad. Okay. Here's where we might have some trouble. There's an energy tank. Thank God. My prayers have been answered. Come on. What the fuck? There we go. Come on, Master Chief. Let's get the fuck out of here. This is the way out to Meridia. I'm 100% sure. Yes. It's like 3 energy tanks. Where's the damage there? And that guy made a beeline for me. It's a save station, I'm sure it is. Yes. Just making sure I don't, because I've been missing missile packs occasionally, so I'm just like making sure, but there's only 3 of them here. Can't move and can't progress until all the enemies are defeated. Come on, Gonk Droid, move! Go! Alright, there's a missile pack here that you can get one way, but I learned how to do it one other way. Got it. Let's go. Super missile here. Oh. There's a missile there. Come on. Was there another one over here, wasn't there? No, I don't think so. Okay. No, it's not there. All right, and here we'll I think we'll go towards the gravity suit. No pain, no gain. Oh God. Stop. Time for some Chozo bowling. Except no, that's what they did in Prime 1 though. Alright. For here, we have, I think, a reserve tank. And a missile. There we go. Back out the way we came. And gravity suit. Now we can go to Meridia.
No, apparently I was muted for a bit. I didn't realize.
Oh, I guess you muted your own mic, I guess.
Yeah, I accidentally did.
Alright, well, we finished up in the wreck ship, I believe.
Yeah.
So...
I wasn't saying anything interesting, don't worry.
That's okay. So now we're headed to Meridia, which you can go the way that, that you can leave from the wreck ship to go to, but everyone goes, and I think it's even I think it's faster, but there's no items on the way to Meridia from wreck ship, so everyone just goes back to Brinstar and blows up the glass tube.
Yeah, glass tube explosion. A classic.
Yeah,
like that's
well, that staple is just iconic.
It's a Metroid staple.
Yeah.
They had you do it again in Metroid Prime, right?
Yeah, and there's also in Dread.
Well, yeah, like I said, it's a staple. Gotta have it. Samus see glass, Samus break glass.
Oh, you know what? There's a better way to
powerful explosions.
What am I doing? There's a better way to get to fucking Brinstar.
Yeah, if you don't, you know, maybe Samus this whole time has just been like, I have this obsessive need to break glass, and that's her drive.
in case of Baby Metroid stolen, break glass.
Yeah. Maybe that's her drive in life.
Yeah.
She just wants to find new, more powerful glass to break with her explosions.
And she can scan them to see what kind of materials they're made out of.
Yep. And then break them again.
Mm-hmm. Here's where I was thinking. I should have... I don't know why I missed that initially. We're back where we got power bombs.
Samus and her arsenal are pretty terrifying. I wouldn't be surprised if many governments would treat her as a criminal.
I mean, that's the only thing about Metroid Other M's the weapon authorization bullshit that I understood why he limited power bombs. Like that's obvious. I think anybody would agree with that. It's just, why did you limit everything else, even things that were not harmful to anybody else, like suit upgrades?
Fairness. Government bureaucracy does tend to be completely nonsensical. So I guess it also still kind of makes sense.
it's stupid. But the way it makes sense is because it's
independent agent. She should just be able to override those things.
Yeah, but the way it makes sense is just purely through bullshit. So it's just proving that it's just bullshit.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's a Samus should have been like, "This is stupid. I'm not doing this."
Well, that's why she
I'm
was not written very well.
Well, yeah, that's kind of the point. Like Samus is like the like Nintendo's version of basically Doom Guy when you think about it. She's just
Yeah,
a woman, and that makes little to no difference. She's
yeah,
still basically just like, I will do whatever I want. I am Samus, right?
yeah.
So she
I will
should have
blow
just
up
been.
planets.
She literally does. So like I don't. It's just dumb. They should have just um, they should have just well yeah, pretty much that. They should have just allowed you to override whatever the hell you want. And
I mean, later
I
in
don't
the
know,
game she does.
maybe they
Later in
could
the
have
game she does
introduced.
anyway.
Yeah, I know. They should have introduced it as like a mechanic or something, maybe even. Like they could have made it like, ah yeah, well you can override things, but you get like a worse grade or something. Or like maybe they could have made it like a whole other thing, and they just didn't. They just were like, nah, this is like just a poorly veiled excuse for bad puzzle design.
Yeah,
It's really very annoying.
and railroading.
Yeah, super annoying. I really wish they wouldn't have did it.
Got it. That's a hard one to get.
Good job. That is a pretty tough one, I think.
It's also one of the more iconic missile packs for me to get because of how difficult it is to
It's
get.
notable. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a super missile thing there I can know how to get. There's a lot of pathways that you can't see in Meridia. Like I think is there one here? No. Okay, there's later though. But yeah, there's a lot of hidden pathways in Meridia. I usually just come back and get most of all this stuff when I have space jump. I feel like that saves time. Oh, here he goes. And that crab is supposed to teach you can go through there. Also, I like this Meridia theme. It's very, like, mysteriously relaxing. Can't destroy those guys yet because they're armored. But we will soon enough. It's down here. Oh look, Mario reference. There's a bunch of Buzzy Beetles. And then this is Bowser. And he even does his up B. Isn't that cool? Spoiler, they all die at the end. Oops. Got it. Get out of the way, Buzzy Beetles. They can't die by a speed booster, though. Yeah. There we go. Oh, you know what? This might be where I'm missing my missiles. Maybe. No. That just goes at the Brinstar. I thought. Yeah, that just goes at the Brinstar. There's something more. I don't need the grapple beam. I can just do this. Sort of. Yeah. Here we go. I think up is the best direction to go first. Going down is for later. Visible wall here for a missile. And there should be 2 missiles here. Well, 1 super and 1 regular. That's all for there. This is the way to Meridia? Oh no, this is where, no. Yeah, no. It's a, oh fuck. Alright, now we're in the deeper part of Meridia here. Actually, I'm gonna... Yeah, I'll get all this while I'm here. It's a save room, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Yeah, these are probably my least favorite missiles to grab in the game because you have to wait through all this shit. For sure speedrunners hate it too.
Good old Super Metroid.
Yeah.
I've run out of interesting things to say about it.
That's okay.
You know, it's a classic, that's for
Yep.
sure.
Shit. There we go. Trying to see if I can get out of here without space jump. There we go. Because I usually do this after I get space jump, but I'm like, nah. There we go. Yeah, Meridia is probably like the section where not a whole lot of interesting things happen. It's pretty standard.
Just going through the motions.
Yeah. I don't know any advanced Meridia tech. But we're gonna get Spring Ball here. I hope I'm going the right way. Come on. It's stupid. I don't really like how there's a hit detection on where you transition into the next going underground. I think it's all the way at the very end. Yeah, here we go.
Strange.
Yep. I hate getting out of here without space jump. Sand. I hate sand. Of course. It's irritating, it's rough, it gets everywhere. Come on. I don't like the sand here in Meridia. You have to mash the fucking B button, man. Alright, Spring Ball's up here. Oh shit. I think I can get up there without space jump. I forgot I always do this with space jump too. Shit, come on. You got it. Ah. It's hard to tell where you can actually jump, like, to get out of there. There we go. Jesus Christ. And I don't know if you caught my thing earlier, Cheat Freak, but I don't like Spring Ball's placement in this game.
Yeah, in general, I think that it's not a particularly useful thing.
Well, I mean, it could be. It could be if it was somewhere earlier in the game.
Yeah, well, I mean, I feel like the only real reason for them to have given it to you any earlier was if they wanted you to be able to do bomb jumps, but they make you do bomb jumps anyway.
Well, they don't make you do bomb jumps.
I guess you don't have to, but
no.
I mean, yeah, it's an intended mechanic to at least jump once with a bomb. So.
But with the Spring Ball, you get the full, you get the high jump boots height from it too, which can help. Also, this is also probably the speedrunner's least favorite part too.
Ah, yes, the part where you wait.
Yeah.
The waiting game.
The waiting game. Yes. Like Tom Petty says, waiting is the hardest part.
Right. It really is very late in the game, isn't it?
Yeah. But it's helpful, I guess. I mean, even though I said it doesn't help. But, you know what I mean.
At least they don't make you wait for that guy to dig up all the dirt a second time.
Yeah. Alright, and there's one more, like, sand trap we have to fall into to get items. I'm gonna do that, and then we'll go fight Dragon. God, I don't know if we'll beat the game tonight. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. I don't know. I think I'm in an area I don't want to be in right now. Yeah. It's okay. Not yet. Because we still got to do lower Norfair with Ridley. So I might cut it off at the 3-hour point. That's okay. There's more times to practice.
Right. Well, I mean, you know, it is a Super Metroid.
Yes.
Super Metroid's a game, and
The
it's a
heck?
fun game.
I know you can do this.
That is
Oh. Okay.
ah
That's odd. Okay, I didn't know
Yeah.
about that spot.
doesn't seem to be serve much purpose, but it
Oh
exists.
shit, it does kick me out to frickin' the Brent Star though. That kinda sucks. There's a save room over there. You are kicked out to which is why I usually save this for the end of Meridia, so I just get both of them and then get kicked out to Brinstar and go over to Norfair, but
That's interesting. You
Yeah.
know what's really weird for the Doom Slayers collection? On there is it says I just had the page open. I was looking
That's
at it.
okay.
And the ad for it says there's only 4 games, which is Doom, Doom 2, Doom 3, and then Doom 2016. But in the description, it says that it also has Doom 64, and it's also in the package on the Switch eShop. So it's
So
like they
false advertising,
retroactively
but
added,
not false advertising.
it's like they retroactively added Doom 64 in later
Yeah.
or something.
I can get up here without the grapple beam. Time it right. Ah, close. Come on. Come on, man. There we go. Doing those wall jumps is so fun.
I think a lot of the fun of Metroid is just like pulling off cool, funny things.
Yeah.
I think one of my favorite things that was introduced in what do you call it? In Dread was the phase shift stuff.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's one of the best
Yeah,
movement options in the game.
it's just so fun to use.
It
also.
is. It's very intuitive, very fun to use. No, no, no! Ah. You're kidding me. That probably killed the run right there, honestly. I would kill any run.
Well, what can you do?
Yeah. There's gotta be a better way to get back up there. No, because that goes all the way up to the fucking thing. Screw it. I'm just going back this way. No, I can't go that way. Shit. Ugh. We'll get the route down some point. I can't get plasma beam now, can I? Oh, this isn't the way. Oh shit, am I going... This is terrible. Or maybe not. And this is definitely backwards. Yeah, yeah. That's okay. I'll probably end the run after Dragon, because I feel like I know Lower Norfair is pretty easy to complete. Meridia is probably the hardest one to complete. And I don't feel like going to fight Ridley right now.
Understandable. Hmm.
Yeah, Meridia is probably the hardest place in the game, and then you get dragged down the hill like that for no reason, because there's no speedrunner would ever come this way if you're playing right.
Well, you know, it's still yet another part of the game you have to practice then if you feel like doing it.
Yeah. It's a very relaxing game, though, honestly. I feel...
Cool to chill, man.
Yeah. I just feel better playing it.
I find a lot of Nintendo games to be like that. Mainly because it's like, a lot of them I just like know like the back of my hand so well that it's like, I don't have to even really think while I'm playing them. It just puts you in that kind of flow state. Same thing with a lot of the old Sonic games, you know?
I mean, I wish I could get past there, but no. I have to get kicked out the Bryn Star. I don't really like the way that this part is designed.
I don't blame you. It looks like the opposite of fun.
Yeah. It's just annoying.
Well, yeah, Super Nintendo, it's kind of old. Makes sense.
I know. But the rest of the game is designed so well, I'm just like, why? They literally made that area from Wreck Ship to Meridia is all pointless because there's no items to get going down that path. It's a lot faster to go through the tube here. So they designed it in a way where like you don't have to go down that path because you won't get anything for going down that path. Probably wait to get that second thing after I get space jump then, but it's okay. I'm not even gonna finish this run tonight.
Honestly, I'm starting to get a little sleepy just because I slept very little today.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yesterday, I guess.
I'm at least gonna I'm at least gonna get the Dragon, get space jump,
Yeah.
and then that's where I'll end it.
Part of me is like I should stay up and a little longer, but I don't know. It's like 1 a.m. I should probably like try to fix my sleep soon here.
Yeah, I probably need to go to bed.
So.
I mean, I don't have to go to work till 1 in the afternoon tomorrow, so. But.
One of these days, I really do need to, well, like after the next Majora's Mask session, whenever we do that, we'll have to set up that the multiplayer and
we will
and figure that out. I think that'll be a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
For the record, the online thing also supports Ocarina of Time Randomizer.
Yeah, I've noticed that people like doing that one too.
Yeah, I'm not as familiar with Ocarina as I am Majora's Mask though, so.
I am. I like. Oh shit. I like Ocarina of Time as well.
I mainly prefer Majora's Mask over the two, just because of all the crazy stuff you could do with all the different like characters and stuff.
Yeah.
And like I said, I think Majora's Mask is probably the single best game that lends itself to randomization than any other game.
Oh yeah.
Just because of how it's like the 3-day cycle made them design the game so that it was fun to replay, always. Right? Because
yeah.
they made it so that Even though because sometimes you'll have to replay parts of it, right?
Yeah,
So they
it
made
works
sure that
out
that's
better
what
that
was
way.
done.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they really designed it. The game was designed around being replayed, and because a randomizer inherently leads you to doing things again and again, just because you're like, ah, yeah, I need to go to this place and do this thing, and then you go there and you're like, ah, yeah, well, there's another hang up now, so I have to go back. So like leaving the dungeon and then coming back on another cycle isn't actually that big of a deal, because all the dungeons are actually really short in Majora's Mask. Like, they're not super substantial dungeons, you know? It doesn't take longer than... Like, it's not like Twilight Princess Arbiter's Grounds, you know what I mean? Where it's like, ah,
Yeah.
yeah, I go into that dungeon, I'm gonna be there for an hour. You know?
Yeah, I understand that.
Twilight Princess is such a good game, too, though.
I need to
I was
I need
just
to
gonna
play it
play that
again.
one. Yeah, if you ever feel like playing Twilight Princess, I will so hang out with you through that game. I love that game.
Honestly, I feel like it's
Honestly,
the
it's so good
weakest
that I want
3D
to play it
Zelda in
again.
my opinion, but I don't
It's got
hate it.
such good dungeons, though.
It does have good dungeons.
It's got, like, the best dungeons. They're so long, but, like, they're so good. You know?
Mhm.
Like...
Oh yeah, they're very good.
The sky place? What was it? The sky...
City in the Sky.
Yeah, the City in the Sky, man. The dragon boss fight. That you even like I you know, I shit on the swimming controls in that game, but like
Hyrule Warriors made me tired of Arkrok, to be honest.
Morpheal, dude. Morpheal is so good.
Yeah, even though he doesn't do anything though.
It's still a cool boss fight though.
I know, he doesn't like actively try to hurt you.
Yeah. Oh, you know. It's still such a cool fight. The reason why they made him not attack you is because the swimming sucked.
Yeah.
So they were just like, ah, whatever, you know, just swim onto him and start stabbing. It's fine.
Out of the fucking sand.
An absolute gem of a game, though, I think. I wish
yeah,
that they,
it's so good.
that's
like,
the one
the worst,
I want that and Wind Waker on Switch at some point.
The worst Zelda game to me is still like a very good game. So, like, I don't call Twilight Princess the worst. It's just the one I've played the least and like I don't go back to as often.
It's also got like the greatest secondary protagonist of any Zelda game, period.
Who?
Midna is
Midna, yeah. I was about to say, I apologize to Midna for it being like, who? Like, I should not do that.
Midna is quite literally like one of the best. She's probably either one of the best or the single best written character in the series.
Well, I think
like,
Bruce is pretty well written, honestly.
I mean, Bruce is funny, but he's not really important.
No, well,
you know?
well, he has an actual character arc, but so does Midna, and I feel like they both have equally good character arcs. So
Bruce is also just like, hey, I'll be a bully. Hey, I'm not a bully anymore. Hey, I'll throw bombs at the boss for you.
Well, the way he comes to understand that is by watching Link.
It's relatable, but like that's probably about all I'll give it. It's like it's okay. Bruce is a decent character, but he's not as important to the story as, you know.
He's not, but he's still. I think he provides a bit of like.
Also, I just want to point out that the only gameplay function he serves ever is to throw bombs at a boss you've already fought twice.
Yeah, but hey, that's more help than you get from other things for that boss.
Midna, on the other hand, like she like breaks the castle barrier herself. She almost dies and you have to rescue her. She helps you transform into a wolf whenever you want. She does all kinds of cool stuff. She's also not annoying. She has a personality.
That is Bruce. I'm gonna do the, everyone knows the quick kill on Dragon here.
Yeah. And then, what else is there? I think she's just such a good... Well, that's the thing. As I said, best secondary protagonist, arguably the best character. I do think that the only real weak point for me in Twilight Princess is the hijack by Ganon thing.
Yeah.
It's really not... They didn't really need to do that. They could have just had it be the villain be Zant, you know?
Yeah.
And it would have been fine. But no, Ganon, haha. We thought it was Zant, but it was actually Ganon.
It was me, Dio.
It was me, Dio.
Come on. Come on. Ah. There we go.
True. I mean, it literally became a trope on TV tropes.
Hijack by
Something.
Ganon.
Yeah, hijacked by Ganon.
Also, yay, we killed a mother and now
It
they're children.
literally just anytime a plot line leads you to believe one thing, and then it's yeeted away by the stupid generic protagonist of the series. It's a
So
hijacked by Ganon moment.
I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna end this run here. But I hope I'm supposed to have 205 missiles by this point. At least that's what I hope.
No idea.
Because that would only mean there are 5 more missile packs to get, and I think they're all in Lower Norfair. So I will check next time I do a run. I will check if I have 205 missiles. But anyway, that's gonna do it for this stream. I want to thank you guys for coming out to it. It was kind of a late night kind of thing, and I wasn't even really expecting to do it tonight. But I think Super Metroid's a good game to practice, and I'm so glad I've learned some tricks. So like seeing actual improvement from me is like amazing to see, and it feels good. So yeah.
I kind of want to learn some more Majora's Mask tricks. I'd like to
Me
learn
too.
how to do I'd like to learn how to consistently pull off ISG and maybe even like learn how to bomb hover and stuff at some
Yeah,
point.
that'd be
But
cool.
it just seems tough to learn.
It is.
But
It looks really tough to learn, but anyway, credit to all these artists here. Thank you guys so much for making my stream what it is. And I don't.
as I always say, I love that Senna.
Yes, it's so good. Thank you, Sakura art.
Yeah, lovely.
But I think it's kind of late, so I don't think there's really anybody streaming right now. So I think I'm just gonna end it there. So I will see everybody. Well, I'll know when. It might be a while. So probably after Christmas. So Merry Christmas, everybody, and I will see you next time.
All right.